Hello everyone, welcome to a special video. This is the Christmas season, the holiday season, guys. And what better way to celebrate the season of Christmas and holiday than to go through the guys' Christmas themed videos. You know, like you have Hate Live, you have all these podcasts he did, and we're gonna watch them because why not? So we're gonna be watching the holiday special of the Hate Live podcast, but this is back when it was a beta, guys. And I just wanna say it's so good that we have a Christmas themed podcast called Hate Live because when you think of Christmas or holidays, you think of hate. That's live. Alright, let's get into it. As a special treat for you guys, I decided I will try to do art in this video. Uh Hopefully it works. I had a issue with the capture on how I capture my art stuff and it was rough. Hopefully it behaves in this video. There might be some delay just with my art stuff and what you see, but that's fine. It's not a big thing. It's not a big deal. Should be good enough. But let's get on with the show. As I drink some coffee because I love coffee. Oh, here we go, Christmas time. YouTube and Twitch. Wait. Empire of what? Brought to you by YouTube, Twitch, and especially the Kojima Empire. We even did the eyebrow thing back then. Ho ho ho.
Hello everyone, Darkside Phil here, obviously in a very festive mood as you can tell. Welcome to the Hate Live Beta Podcast Holiday 2013 special. And we've got a lot of good stuff in store for you tonight. I thank you for joining me here, whether it's live on Twitch TV or it is on YouTube. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a while since I did a Hate Live, and obviously what I want to do is recap everything that I've been up to recently, especially because there's been so much going on that it may have been very hard to keep track of what's been going on regarding my content. In addition to that, we're going to do it. I know there's a big elephant in the room. We're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about YouTube's changes a little bit over a week ago.
What a great way to start. You open this, you see holiday special. Hi guys, we're gonna talk about YouTube and how they changed. What a great way to start the holiday spirit.
How it has affected not only myself but many YouTubers. Okay, and we're going to talk about how these changes are affecting everything, how they're affecting my content, the repercussions for the internet, and my plans for the future. Because I am in a unique situation right now where I'm actually considering a few things and we need to really hash that out, all right? So basically that's going to be the first segment of the show. Then we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back from the break, it's going to be Back in the Day Holiday Edition. I'm going to be talking all about growing up, what it was like to be me during the holidays. What were the holiday traditions and things that we would do during the Christmas time season? Whether I'm talking about Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, all kinds of fun stuff that we've done over the years, my family and I. And it's going to be fun to reminisce, I think, and to tell you guys about a lot of the funny, quirky little things that happened over the years. And then we're going to have another break, and the final segment, as always tonight, is going to be Q&A with the stream chat. So I would ask that the mods at this point could please open up the raffle so that people in the stream chat can actually ask their
questions. Dude, he did a raffle for interaction back then. A raffle! This dude, first off, This was back in the era that he was an isolated YouTuber, guys. He never interacted with his audience back then. No, it was just YouTube, dude. And now he's talking to a stream chat. And not only that, it was a raffle. A fucking raffle. Dude. Like now, I mean, people meme on him now that, oh, you have to like give him money to ask a question. You had to answer a raffle. This dude had such a always had narcissism. It's wild that he was so narcissistic back then that uh that you have to go through a raffle to ask him a question. You had to be chosen to ask Philip Burnell a question on his stream. Now it's like he might answer it for free, but hey, if you tip or give him a super chat, he'll answer it. And yet he's also more narcissistic now than he was back then, but also narcissistic back then. He's been always a narcissist, always. But it's such a clown level of how much he do. Because if you ask, well, will he do a raffle to ask questions? He'll be like, yeah, I'm not like that narcissistic. But he did back in the day.
Questions. Now, a big thing right up front that I want to tell everyone, I don't if you're on YouTube, you probably don't even know if you're not a Twitch user. Twitch TV changed the way their website works in the past 2 weeks. Basically, every single stream on Twitch TV is delayed anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. All right? So the stream chat isn't live. The stream chat is delayed. So when I ask for questions, we're going to have to sit here and wait like a minute until they finally start getting drawn. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I'm hoping we can get it to work. Okay? So that's going to be the Q&A tonight. Okay? Pretty crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that I want to get to and talk about. So let's get started rather than dilly-dally, obviously. So, first of all, what's been going on with me? What's been going on with my content recently? Well, ever since I got back from a break, it was about 2 weeks ago. It's a little under 2 weeks ago. I have been in year-end mode. Now, what I mean by that is that I have not been focusing so much about gameplay. You know, all year, I focus on gameplay. I was doing 2 streams a day, different games, alternating between them, doing full playthroughs and stuff. December is not the month where I do that, all right? December is the year I focus on gameplay. I was doing 2 streams a day, different games, alternating between...
2 streams a day? Back then, I thought you had to be a full-time streamer to do that. You did it back then? Whoa.
Doing
guys.
Full playthroughs and stuff. December is not the month where I do that, all right? December is the month where usually I do one of 2 things. I either take the time to do an extended playthrough. For example, a couple years ago I did Oblivion. Last year I did Far Cry 3. I really took my time with those games. Or I do ongoing series and content that people have been asking for that maybe I haven't gotten a chance to do.
Still does the shit he does now, because now December's the catch-up month. But also, guys, you have to support Dread or it's gonna go bye-bye, okay? So, you know, it's not an easy life being a DSP fan.
As well as little tidbits here or there that come up. Because as you know, pretty much no retail releases come out in December ever. They always come out September, October, and November, hoping that the parents will buy them in time for Christmas, all right? So, that being said, what have I been doing this month? First of all, I've been following up on a lot of the series that I wanted to follow up with, including Fallout 3, which I hadn't played in a
series. I love that DSP wants to have like TV studio language. I have series. I have the Uncharted series. Guys, I have a SMT3 series. I know it's very niche. It's very like independent. Okay. I hope you guys watch it. The producers are telling me that we might have to cut the series, okay? So, I don't want to cut the SMT3 series. I love that series of me just playing Shin Megami Tensei 3, okay? I just don't want to cut that series, but if it's not profitable, it is not making the studio money, I might have to cut it, okay? And I don't want to do that, okay? Okay? Yeah.
Long-ass time. I did finally do a longer session of Fallout 3. NBA 2K14, if you haven't been watching it in the past week and a half, I finally got traded off the Utah Jazz in my career mode. I'm on a better team, I'm having a lot more fun, and I'm enjoying the hell out of the game. So I've been continuing on with that. Battlefield 4, I played one or two more sessions where basically the game never improved. It just kept crashing nonstop. And then finally today, I played a session of the new DLC China Rising that came out this week.
China
Premium
Rising?
members and paid the extra $50 to get. Kept crashing. I'm enjoying the hell out of the game. So I've been continuing on with that. Battlefield 4, I played one or two more sessions where basically the game never improved. It just kept crashing nonstop. And then finally today, I played a session of the new DLC China Rising that came out this week for people who aren't premium.
Imagine that being out of context. Guys, China Rising.
And it was great. 4 new maps. They're huge. Tons of vehicles. A lot of fun. And that was really fun to play those. So that I've been continuing on with Battlefield 4. In addition to all of that, we had some releases this week. I'm sorry, let's also talk about Zoo Tycoon, which I did continue as well. Zoo Tycoon is important to mention.
Zoo Tycoon. Dude, DSP talks about how, oh, my audience hates Metroidvanias. They complain that it's boring and all this stuff. No one complained about Zoo Tycoon? Everyone loved it, apparently, because he kept playing it. They all love Zoo Tycoon, but Metroidvania is fucking boring. Wow, this audience, dude. Holy shit.
I continued that playthrough to the point where now I think I'm done with it. I've done 18 videos of it. I've beaten multiple campaigns. I don't think I'm going to go on with it any further. I've seen the extent of what the game can do. And Killer Instinct as well. Killer Instinct I've played and had a lot of fun with it. Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of the interest in Killer Instinct is waning. I think it was like real hot in November, and now all of a sudden kind of dying out. Because every time I do a set, I see less and less and less interest and less views. Even my streams, less and less views on the streams. And it's what happens. Once it, a game isn't a hot new thing anymore, it dies out. I don't know if Killer Instinct will have huge interest when all the new DLC characters come out. But I did buy the game, the I paid the $40 version of the game where I'm going to get all the characters and stuff coming up later on. Okay? In addition to all that, this week in particular, there were 2 releases. First of all, the big one was The Walking Dead Season 2 was released, Episode 1. I did a live playthrough of it. The stream was huge. People loved it. The videos on YouTube getting pretty good views. So
stream was huge, guys. But he was a YouTuber back then. He didn't do streaming. Streaming was fan service.
Episode 1, I loved it. I cannot wait for more. I wish we knew when they were coming out. But as usual, Telltale has hooked us with Episode 1. And I cannot wait to continue that playthrough. In addition to that, we've got the Assassin's Creed 4 DLC, Freedom's Cry, which follows his first mate Adewale and his life basically after the events of the game Assassin's Creed 4 and its main campaign. You get to find out what happened to him and what did he do with himself. And that was fun too, but I get the feeling a lot of people are just completely burnt out on Assassin's Creed. Almost no one watched the stream. And the videos really are doing piss poor. And it's like, I enjoy it, so I'm going to play it, If there's future Assassin's Creed 4 DLCs that are story-based, I'm going to play them. I like Assassin's Creed 4. I liked it way more than Assassin's Creed 3.
Dude, this dude used to play DLCs, and now it'd be like a miracle for him to do a DLC. Never does DLC anymore because no one cares about the DLC, but he played it back then.
I don't know why people... Well, I do know, because this is the mentality of people. One bad game, that's it. It's over. It's like with Capcom, Resident Evil 6, people didn't like that it wasn't survival horror. That's it. They're done. They'll never look at another Resident Evil game again. Same thing with Assassin's Creed. Didn't like Assassin's Creed 3, fuck it, and now no one pays attention anymore. I think that one game a year is too much. I absolutely agree with people who say that. There's been way too...
He agrees about this, but this is such a... I'm a gamer opinion. It's such an easy opinion for anyone to have. Yeah, man, I would want a game to come every year, but this year, he's like, wow, man, this year is so weird. Usually you have, like, a new Assassin's Creed. You would have, like, he would love to have a new game every year because, like, it'd be less work. He wouldn't have to worry about what game will I stream in the fall because now he'd just sit there and be like, oh, it's gonna be a new Assassin's Creed and this, and then just stick with the standby. But since they don't do yearly releases, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. This fucking dude, man.
Too much oversaturation in the Assassin's Creed market, and that might be why there's no interest. I don't know, but I enjoyed the DLC and the playthroughs live as well. Um, so gameplay wise, that's what I've been up to. Now, oh, I'm sorry. One last thing. There is a playthrough of How the Saints Saved Christmas, the Saints Row 4
Oh yeah, that
DLC
hot
that
game.
came out last week. I forgot to mention that. Okay. Um, also, I've been pairing that with every day I'm doing year-end series. Today actually is the first day in a week and a half I didn't work on a year-end series. I'm taking time out to do Hate Live because I love Hate Live and I need a little bit of a break from all the video
Wait,
editing.
what?
Doing year-end series. Today
Oh,
actually is
year-end
the first day in a
series.
week and a half I didn't work on a year-end series. I'm taking time out to do Hate Live because I love Hate Live and I need a little bit of a break from all the video editing. Because I said this to people before, I hope you understand how much work I put into those year-end series because my video editor is a piece of shit and crashes nonstop. All right? And a lot of people say, well, Phil, why do you put up with it? It's this simple. I could get Sony Vegas right now. All right? I could buy a Mac. The problem is I have to sit there and learn.
He could buy him. Oh my
crashes
God.
nonstop. All right? And a lot of
What movie editor was he using?
people say, well, Phil, why do you put up with it? It's this simple. I could get Sony Vegas right now. All right? I could buy a Mac.
He could buy this now. He could buy a Mac. He could buy a Mac. I'm sure back then in 2013 he could. It was the gravy train, baby. He was making a lot of money. He could buy a Mac. Now though, man, no way. He could have, if the iMac Pro existed in 2013, he'd buy it. He'd be able to buy it. That hot machine iMac Pro.
Problem is I have to sit there and learn it. I don't have time. Literally, what I do with my day, I wake up, I do a few things around the house, I set up, I live stream. I take a break to eat, I live stream, and then all night I'm babysitting videos, and that's pretty much it. And I relax for an hour or two, and then I go to sleep. I don't have time to be sitting here and learning a whole program by myself. That's the problem. If I had a tutor, sure, but I don't have time for that anymore. I learned this video editing program to be sitting here and learning a whole program by myself. That's the problem. If I had a tutor, sure.
A tutor. He needs a tutor to use a fucking video editing software? So many people just learn it by doing things. Sure, you can read a book or watch a YouTube video on how to do things, but you can also learn by doing shit.
But I don't have time for that anymore. I learned this video.
I love that he doesn't have any time. This dude. Oh, did he say it before? Or...
I set up, I live stream. The problem is I have to sit there and learn it. I don't have time. Literally, what I do with my day, I wake up, I do a few things around the house, I set up, I live stream. I take a break to eat, I live stream, and then all night I'm babysitting videos. He can't read a tutorial on how to use stuff during the time of uploading videos. The other thing is that this dude used to have an actual job. You know, a job where you have to leave the house and work 9 to 5, whatever. And this dude would go home, record videos, upload that to YouTube or whatever, and have a normal job. Now, at this point, he doesn't have a job. He's doing YouTube videos. He has no time to fucking learn. You wanna know why he doesn't have any time? Because he was milking the system. This dude just knew, because it was the revenue he was getting was based off of views, not by ads at this point. And he just knew, hey, if I upload a lot of videos, that's a lot of views, and I'll make a lot of money. And that's all he was banking on. That was his business model. Not oh, let's make good videos. Just upload as many videos so he gets a lot of views that will all accumulate to giving him money. That's all it was back then. And since then he has been trying to shoehorn or force in that style of uploading videos today. Even though he streams and he has all his other ad revenue. It's just him trying to squeeze as many pennies as he can from all these sources of revenue, which he doesn't even need to do. But he got to squeeze. You know, that's why he's squeezing his fans for Metroid Dread, because who's he gonna squeeze, dude? Come on. And that's pretty much it. And I relax for an hour or two, and then I go to sleep. I don't have time to be sitting here and learning a whole program by myself. That's the problem. If I had a tutor, sure, but I don't have time for that anymore. I learned this video editing program back when I used to have my full-time job, and I do this as a hobby, and I would take an hour or two out of the day to fuck around with it, and I didn't upload any videos that day. Well, I'm not going to do that now. I want to upload videos every day. So I got to put up with the video editor I have now because I know how to use it. In the future, this could change. Next year, if I get a new place, I'm going to get a new PC for this stuff, and I'm probably going to get the new software, and I'm going to try to learn how to use it. Okay? All right. So.
Hell yeah.
Every day, I've been working.
Get a new place. A new place. To just upload videos. Wow. Wowee. What a great take.
On year-end series. What year-end series have I completed so far? A lot already, okay? We had the best and worst of last gen, where I went through and talked about the last generation of consoles, the Xbox 360, PS3, the Nintendo Wii, what I thought 10 great things about them were, and then basically what
Remember
I thought,
he was supposed to do the best and worst of a generation for the PS4 and Xbox One? He never did that. Feels bad, man.
Really shitty things about them were.
I was looking forward to it.
And that was good. That was really good. I enjoyed doing that series and reminiscing on the last gen of consoles. We did.
That'd be too much work, though.
Trying to remember what the second one was. The DS Positive changes of the year.
DS
the top
Positive.
5 things.
Dude, this is back when it was actually his meme. And then ever since, like, the trolls took it, he hates it now. There's a few times people, like, cheer or whatever. Alright, Jubbity Bubbity cheers or tipped says DS Positive. Okay, wow, yeah, alright. Yeah, DS Positive. And it's like, why is he so negative about these memes he started? It's the same shit with the Dave meme. It's a meme he laughed at. And now when people bring up Dave, he's like, these people are just parroting memes. It's a stupid Detractor meme. It's not harmful, but it's stupid. DSP, you literally laughed at the Dave meme in the past. But he hates it when trolls are like, I agree, Phil, that is funny. Of course.
Things that were great positive changes in 2013, despite being surrounded by negativity, positive things about the year that I really thought that 2013 is the best year that I've made content for the internet, despite the fact that I don't have the ridiculous white-hot popularity that I had a few years ago. I had more fun this year doing it than ever before. And I'll tell you, if you watch that series, I tell you why. All right? We also did the top 10 worst games of the year. I'm sorry, the top 8 worst games of the year with 2 honorable mentions. Let's put it that way. And it's funny because I swear people focus on the negative. That series, by far, out of all the series I've done so far, has the most views. It's like people were like, well, positive shit, fuck that, push that to the side. What games did Phil hate this year? And I'm like,
this dude has a fucking podcast called Hate Live, the king of hate. Why are people so obsessed with the negative? Why are they going, oh my god, what games did Phil hate? I don't know, DSC, maybe because you branded yourself as hate, and people are like, what did he hate this year? Oh my god, this is a great face. Hold on.
Of the year, I'm sorry, the top 8 worst games of the year with 2 honorable mentions. Let's put it that way. And it's funny because I swear people focus on the negative. That series, by far, out of all the year-end series I've done so far, has the most views. It's like people were like, well, positive shit, fuck that, push that to the side. What games did Phil hate this year? And I'm like, I mean, that's great for me, but
great for me.
Why do people focus on the negative? I just don't get it.
Why focus on the negative?
Yeah, so that series is live. And then the series I just completed last night was the, the best games of 2013 that you did not play. Now, of course, some of you probably did play them. I would be very surprised if any of you played all of them like I did, okay? So if you want to see what are the games that maybe, wow, I didn't hear about this one, let me take a look, and maybe it'll give you a hint to go look at a playthrough you skipped or whatever, watch that video series, okay? And that's it for now. Today, like I said, I'm taking time off. Those series will continue starting on Saturday. And the reason I say Saturday is because tomorrow John Rambo is going to be here. I know, right? Finally, after
Whoa.
weeks where he wasn't able to make it.
Rambeezy's coming, guys. John Rambo is finally gonna make it. The best dude. The best guy.
John Rambo's going to be here. We're going to do Smart Guys. We haven't done it in weeks now. We got a ton to talk about. Tonight, I'm actually going to watch TNA and see what the hell they do with Final Resolution. And we're going to talk about the TLC pay-per-view. We're going to talk about what WWE's doing after that. We're talking about TNA. It's going to be a great Smart Guys. And then we're going to do something with gameplay, and we don't know what yet. And the reason we don't know what yet is because of the next issue I'm about to bring up, which is the other thing that I've been doing on a daily basis. YouTube's new changes to this content ID match system that are negatively affecting everyone. All right, and I talked about this in Ask the King last week. I've got to talk about it again here so that people are in the clear about this. It's this simple. As of right now, I am not playing Nintendo games, period. Because
he is not. Okay, guys, this is 2013. 2013. DSP straight up telling us he's never gonna play a Nintendo game ever again. Period. Dunzo. Gone. What? He played Breath of the Wild? You're a fucking liar, bitch. He didn't play that. Okay? Wrong. Wind Waker? That didn't happen. Super Mario World? Nah, it didn't happen. Zelda not Breath of the Wild, I said that already. Twilight Princess HD, that didn't happen. Guys, he's never playing a Nintendo game ever again.
Nintendo is content ID matching every single video I've ever made of Nintendo content. I kid you not. They've done it. Every single game that was on a Nintendo system, including retro games, Super Mario World and shit like that, Super Mario Bros. 3, they're all getting taken from me. And I'm not going to continue to promote Nintendo content if they're going to steal money from me, because that's what it is. They're stealing the ad revenue, right? If fair is fair, if Nintendo wanted to take a portion of it, if Nintendo wanted to talk to gamers about it, but no, they're so high and mighty, they think they own the planet. Dude. So if you've ever touched a Nintendo game, that experience you had with Nintendo, they own it. That's what they're saying right now on YouTube, and I'm done with them. I'm absolutely done with them. So, unfortunately, the Super Mario 3D World playthrough is on hiatus. If Nintendo ever changes their fucking mind and decides not to be this kind of attitude towards gamers, maybe I'll start up again. But as of now, I'm done with them. And I'll be honest, I've got this game right here.
Done with them.
I played it for one day, and I got busy with other stuff. I was spending time with my girlfriend. There was actually an update on the Injustice app on my my iPad where I was...
He was busy with his girlfriend and playing a mobile game. This dude loves mobile games more than games. It is just hilarious to me. This dude took time. He's like, I was playing this game, but I was busy with my girlfriend and a mobile game. He ranks a mobile game equivalent to hanging out with his girlfriend. Playing the Injustice mobile game. This dude is like, I'm a gamer, I love games, I'm a huge gamer. On his free time, he plays fucking mobile games. This dude is such a fucking boomer. Come on.
Playing through there to get an unlockable character. I was busy. And then, finally, when I had time to go back to it, Nintendo pulls this content ID shit. I don't fucking want to play it.
This dude started playing this game for YouTube and then stopped. And then he never came back. And if you ask him why doesn't he play it now, he'd just say he can't and give some bullshit reason, like the real reason why he doesn't want to play it, or any portable game for that matter, is because this is what the stream would be. Because he said this would be an issue on stream before. Well, how would I play a 3DS game? It'd be me doing this on Facecam. How would that work? And it's like, dude, just fucking, I don't know, figure it out. And now it's like he can't do it, so he's never playing a 3DS game ever again. Well, he has a 3DS that he can capture from. Won't do it.
Why would I want to play that game? It leaves a bad taste in my fucking mouth. A company that doesn't like its customer base, they think that they own them. So, if that's the attitude they're gonna fucking have, fuck them. That's all I have to say. So, tough shit to Nintendo. So I'm not continuing on that playthrough.
What?
That's the attitude they're gonna. I don't fucking want to play it. Why would I want to play that game? It leaves a bad taste in my fucking mouth. A company that doesn't like its customer base, they think that they own them. So if that's the attitude they're gonna fucking have, fuck them.
Fuck them.
That's all I have to say. So
fuck Nintendo as I buy other Nintendo games after 2013. Fuck them. I agree.
Tough shit to Nintendo.
Tough
so I'm
shit.
not continuing on that playthrough. I'm not promoting Nintendo games for free.
I'm not promoting Nintendo games for free. But DSP, I thought you were. Oh my god, dude. Man, dude, the biggest detractor ever is past DSP. Past DSP pokes so many holes in with the narrative that current day DSP tells us. This dude's a fucking troll. Because he told us for years, I am not a shill. I don't promote games or anything. And now he just blatantly says, I'm not promoting Nintendo games for free. So then I guess the other Nintendo games he played after... That's it. Okay, I figured it out. When he played Nintendo games after this, he got a paycheck from Nintendo. Iwata and Reggie Fils-Aimé was like, Phil, we need you to play our game, okay? We need that Phil Burnell stamp of approval. So play our games, we'll give you some extra money. And he's like, okay, Papa Reggie, I'll do it. And then when Mishima dropped him, so did the contract with Nintendo. So that's what happened there, obviously.
When they're gonna steal my money and steal my content, so it's that simple. So it's over.
How is it stealing if this is revenue that wasn't his to begin with? Like, the past videos, sure, whatever, okay, those are stolen. But, like, if he played, like, a future Nintendo game with this, like, understanding, it's not really theft because that's not money he earned. And it's not money he was promised after the fact. So, how is it stealing? It's not like they're telling him, okay, we'll pay you, and then pocketed the money and never paid him. With that logic, I could say, well, Twitch is stealing from me. They're not giving me my partner status that I'm not eligible for, dude. Come on. Twitch, make it right.
And I hate to say that because, like, I was loving Super Mario 3D World. I thought it was quite an exceptional Mario game. I said it was one of the best ones I've played in years, and now I'm not going to play it anymore. So fuck them. Oh well, it's their loss. So John and I are going to find something to do tomorrow. I can't tell you what it is yet because I haven't talked to him about it yet. It might be some randomness. Maybe we'll jump onto Xbox Live and see if there's new indie games to play. Maybe we'll jump on the Ouya again. Maybe we'll do WWE Fantasy Sims. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do something fun. So no matter what, I hope you'll join us tomorrow for this special, it's going to be like a holiday themed, by the way. We'll figure out a way to make it holiday themed. And we'll go from there. Okay? We'll go from there. And I love the idiots on the stream. Here they go. You only play for money, not for fun. Dude, I'm not playing Nintendo games that can't make money. It's different. And we'll go from there. Okay? We'll go from there. And I love the idiots on the stream. Here they go. You only play for money, not for fun. Dude, if someone stole from you, would you want to enjoy what they made? Think about it. Someone walked into your house and stole. Would you then go buy their product? Would you go play with their product? You know what I mean? No. And it's free promotion. I'm not giving Nintendo free promotion.
But Nintendo's not stealing your money. They're not going to his bank account and taking his money. He's acting as if like he's losing money. He's not losing money. He's just not getting money for anything from them anymore. Now the other funny thing is that he brings up Konami later on, and he still played Konami games. He didn't swear off Konami at this point in time, but he swears off Nintendo. Only now he's swearing off Konami because he wants to prove to the trolls that he loves Kojima and he wouldn't support Konami because they fuck Kojima, dude. Okay.
Of their games if they're not going to help me. You know what I mean? Why would I do a favor for you if you're fucking my ass? You think logically and use your fucking head. It's not about fun. No matter what game I play, it's fun. That's why I'm doing it. I can play other games that are fun while I could still make money and I'm not getting fucked in the ass. That's why I'm not playing Nintendo games. So Nintendo fanboys, I hate to say it, need to shut the fuck up. It's time to man up and
Shut
be
the fuck
mature
up.
adults and understand that the company that you're a fan of is anti-fucking gamer. They are.
Anti-fucking gamer. I agree, Phil. DSP fans need to wake up and realize that DSP is not a fucking gamer, dude. He's anti-gamer. He's pro money. He's pro money.
They think they own you. And you need to wake the fuck up. Stop being a fucking fanboy. I'm tired of this fanboyism bullshit, alright? Cut the shit out.
Cut the shit out.
Enough defending them because they've got a failing console. And yes, it's failing.
This dude, I love how he has no empathy for anyone who's failing, who was once big and started to fail. Zero empathy for them. Fuck them. They get what they fucking deserve. Nintendo's a failing console, and they need and they're doing all this bullshit to stay afloat. What fucking idiots! But this dude filed for bankruptcy, begged for money, lost money, all this shit. And he's like, the trolls, they're being mean to me. I am down on my luck, guys. I'm struggling. I'm trying to make it work, and they're making fun of me. They're saying that I deserve to go homeless. These people are awful. Oh my god. But then you watch this, and he's like, Nintendo, fuck you. They deserve to go out of business. They're stealing from from gamers, guys. They're selling amiibos. Fucking idiots. They have a failing console and they fucking suck, dude. But DSP makes bad decisions. He has a failing business. Guys, be nice to me. You know, everyone's being mean to me, telling me that like I deserve to fail. It's making me depressed. But fuck Nintendo. They deserve it, right? Okay.
They wanted it to be a huge hit, and it's not a hit at all, the Wii U. So they're scraping their pennies together to try to stay afloat, and this is one of the things that they're scraping together. Oh, we're just gonna claim all of our fucking content on YouTube and try to get the ad revenue. They're fucking you. Yes, you.
You.
Not just me, you.
You.
And you need to wake up.
Wait.
All of our fucking content on YouTube and try to get the ad revenue. They're fucking you.
That mini smirk. They're fucking you. He is so happy at the idea of you getting fucked by Nintendo. He is ecstatic about it.
Yes, you. Not just me, you. And you need to wake up. Okay. So, tomorrow, holiday gameplay with John Rambo, alright? And then, this weekend, starting Saturday, I'll continue with the year-end series. The next one is actually going to be the worst gaming trends of 2013. Boy, were there a lot of bad trends this year. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to that year-end series, let's put it that way. And I'm going to be pairing that with new gameplay. Now, you might be saying, what's Phil going to play?
What's he gonna play?
I'm gonna do the Belch Olympics, obviously.
Yeah.
No, I am
Belch
going to be doing different
Olympics.
things. At one point, I am definitely going to be continuing on with NBA 2K14. All right, I didn't play it for this week. I was busy with other stuff, but I do want to get back to it. So that's definitely a major thing. I've been hearing something about a new game that came out on Xbox One. They said it's downloadable. Some people said, well, aren't you playing it? I was like, what is it? What are you talking about? I didn't even know
that a
new game was coming out. Some weird, it's really weird. Whatever, Matt something, and I don't know. I may look into it if people are interested, but I don't even know what it is. Okay? I honestly, I don't know what it is. If I don't know what it is, I can't tell you.
Sorry. You know when you drink coffee and there's like little powder stuff at the bottom? I just drink a lot of that. Man, there's something wrong with this coffee maker. It's like not filtering the coffee good enough. Ugh. Oof. Well, good thing I'm done with drinking that. Oh, oh, that's awful. Oh, god damn it. All right.
If I'm playing it or not. All right.
That's
And
something.
unfortunately, I can't fucking see anyone's responses because the chat is 60 seconds delayed. Usually people would say, oh, it's this, and yeah, it's this or that, and now I can't even see that for 60 seconds. So I'll already be on another subject. Thanks, Twitch.
Thanks, Twitch.
What else?
Thank you, Twitch.
You know, there's plenty of stuff I can continue on with. There's stuff I never went back to. I never went back to Forza. I never went back to Need for Speed Rivals.
Forza, that chill game?
So there's a chance I might check those games out. I don't know. I'll be honest. Neither of them bowled me away when I played them the first times, which is why I haven't been playing them. I never went back because I wasn't really like, wow, this is so good.
But Phil, Forza's chill. It's supposed to be a chill stream, dude.
There's always the potential I could go back to Fallout 3 at one point. I'm trying to think what else is left over. Quite honestly, I don't think there's a heck of a lot. I think that at this point, you know, Saints Row 4 we finished. We've played all the DLCs for it. That one I could trade in. I'm actually looking at the games over here. Grand Theft Auto 5, I have to make this announcement. I talked about it on Friday of last week, but I want to officially make this official so that people understand what's going on. Grand Theft Auto 5 is done at this point. If there are story-based DLCs, I'll check them out. But Grand Theft Auto Online is basically a huge bust. And it's disappointing to me because obviously, as you know, I wanted to do Suicide Kings. I wanted to bring them back. And it seems like besides the very first session that we ever did, which was way back in October, it's just been fail after fail. So many things, creative things that I wanted to do with it that just don't work. I wanted to do stuff with the train. It doesn't work. I wanted to
creative things to do with Suicide Kings. I believe that the reason why Suicide Kings was good was because it was an edited video. When you stream it, it's not really fun because it's just, alright, look, oh, we fell. Oh, wow. You know, it's nothing, like, amazing. And they did it in Red Dead 2, and it sucked. But GTA 5 is gonna be the one.
Drive cars together at high speeds. It doesn't work. I wanted to try, you know, aerial stuff. Doesn't work. Most of the stuff I want to do doesn't work. Because what they tried to do, instead of making it an open world where you can fuck around and do zany stuff, like, for example, Red Dead Redemption's online mode was, here they tried to make it some kind of a serious thing where you do missions and you level up and you unlock new missions and content. And it's like, do I want to play the fucking online mode for 40 hours before it's really free world and I can do whatever I want? No. So, unfortunately, I hate to say it, I did not get enough good content to do Suicide Kings. So those videos of the first few sessions of online gameplay are live. You can watch them on YouTube, and there are some very funny moments to do Suicide Kings. So those videos of the first few sessions of online gameplay are live. You can watch them on YouTube, and there are some very funny moments in there. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
but I don't see.
He didn't like how there's no zany stuff to do in the open world, but I don't know. I when I played it, I remember I kind of enjoyed, you know, robbing the convenience stores in the game. I thought that was kind of fun. However, like, I mean, that's like limited fun that you could do because I mean, how many times are you gonna rob convenience stores in the game, right? But I thought that was kind of fun. But it is what it is.
I don't see the reason to work hard and try to piece together a masterpiece out of something that only has a couple golden nuggets of funny stuff, and everything else is kind of like, it didn't work. So I am very disappointed with Grand Theft Auto Online. I thought the world of it, from what they promised it was going to be, it sounded like it was going to be great. Here we are in December. We still don't have heists. We still don't have a true full level editor. There is a mission creator, but it's not
full level editor. What? Where did they promise this? DSP gets such bizarre gaming news that I don't even know where he gets it from. Because this game, he mentions, it's gonna have a level editor. And then, in 2016, Street Fighter V was gonna get a boss rush mode. I don't know what the fuck that was gonna be. And then, recently, he said that Forza was designed to be a chill game where you're driving around. This dude has such bizarre fucking reports on every game. It makes no sense. What's his fucking source?
Not as good as what people thought it was going to be, and people say it's way too complicated to try to get it to figure out to do anything interesting with it. Grand Theft Auto Online was a bust, and I think Rockstar pretty much needs to concede defeat at this point instead of trying to make excuses and say new
Rockstar needs to concede. Oh my god, This face. Holy shit. I can't not get this face. Holy shit.
Stuff's coming. I mean, guys, no one's going to be playing Grand Theft Auto Online very shortly.
No one's gonna play Grand Theft Auto Online, guys. Grand Theft Auto Online is dead, gone. It's never happening, guys. This is the most like poorly aged fucking segment I have ever seen.
All right, it's over.
It's
the
over.
Holiday season's done. People are gonna move on. So if you were gonna have your best stuff, you should have put it out during the time frame when the game was new, and people would have got hooked. Now it's too late, in my opinion.
It's too late, guys. Everyone's done with with Grand Theft Auto Online.
Don't come together. Sometimes they do.
Oof.
In this case, it did. All right. So yeah. In the next week or two, obviously there's going to be time off. For example, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I'm going to be doing way less. I may not even put out gameplay those days because I'm going to be doing stuff with my family. I'll be going to dinner with them on Christmas Eve. Usually on Christmas Day, I go over there, spend time with them, and we have dinner together as well. So I'm not sure exactly what the schedule is going to be. I'll try to give everyone a rough idea. Christmas Eve, usually on Christmas Day, I go over there, spend time with them, and we have dinner together as well.
Spend time with your family. What the fuck?
So I'm not sure exactly what the schedule is going to be. I'll try to give everyone a rough idea as it's happening on Twitter. Usually is where I announce this stuff. But at the same time, I am going to be working on the Christmas special. Basically, as soon as I'm done with the worst gaming trends. So probably Saturday, Sunday of this week, we'll have worst gaming trends paired with some kind of gameplay. Some will probably be NBA. Some might be something else. We'll have to see what we want to do. And then starting on Monday, I'm going to go hardcore into working on this Christmas special.
Hardcore, dude.
And I hope it turns out the way I want it to, although I don't know. It's going to be... Basically, let me put it to you guys this way. It's going to be a blast from the past. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give it away, but it is going to be a one-man show. It's going to be a blast from the past, and it's going to be kind of a little bit of an homage to those of you who have been viewers of mine for a long time. At the same time, for newcomers, it should make sense too. The past. What? Basically, let me put it to you. And then starting on Monday, I'm going to go hardcore into working on this Christmas special.
Christmas
special. I hope it turns out the way I want it to, although I don't know. It's going to be... Basically, let me put it to you guys this way. It's going to be a blast from the past. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give it away, but it is going to be a one-man show. It's going to be a blast from the past, and it's going to be kind of a little bit of an homage to those of you who have been viewers of mine for a long time. At the same time, for newcomers, it should make sense too. All right? I think it's going to be pretty good. But I'm just, kind of yanking my own chain here. You judge for yourself, but I'm going to try to get that out on Christmas Day.
I don't like this either.
I know many of you are busy on Christmas Day. Just watch it when you can. I think it's going to be worth your time to check it out, okay?
It's going to be worth your time.
So that's roughly just what's coming up in the next week. I'm not exactly 100% what's going on in the next week. It's going to be a weird week because of the holiday. I may be doing some jumping online and doing fan appreciation. I may play some more Black Ops with people on Xbox 360. I may do Battlefield 4, try to get as many people in a lobby as possible, even though it's extremely difficult with that game. I still got Assassin's Creed 4, so maybe we could try to do some more of that online.
I did not know Assassin's Creed 4 has online.
I do fan appreciation,
did not
so we'll
know
see
that.
what I can fit in during the week. This isn't like a big gameplay heavy week for me where I'm worried about, oh no, every day I gotta do constant playthroughs. It's not like that. It's a casual, laid back week for me. Let me see. Outside of that, the only other things that I want to mention is that obviously I am going to take some time off to spend the New Year's with my girlfriend. So Monday, December 30th, Pandalee's coming here to hang out with me.
That?
And she'll be here all week. She's leaving.
I know.
After, so that week,
I get it. This must have been Kat's maiden name. This must have been her name before she became Kat Brunel. That has to be it. I mean, who's this Panda Lee?
You probably won't see any gameplay. It might be a dead week, to be completely honest. I don't know what I would really put out that week. It's not like I've been playing a shit ton of stuff and I have footage built up or anything like that. I don't. So it may be a slower week for me, but when I come back from that, it's going to be the Game of the Year Awards. Okay? So the rough schedule for year-end videos. This weekend, it's the worst gaming trends. Early into middle this week, I'm working and then I'm releasing the Christmas special. Immediately after Christmas special, it's going to be the fan-voted funniest moments of the year. Then I'm taking time off. Then I come back and I do the Game of the Year Awards. All right? So
All
fair
right.
enough. Sounds good.
Sound good?
Speaking of which, the fan voted funniest moments. I know I haven't opened the polls for you guys to vote yet. I need to do that. I'm going to work on that soon. This week, I promise you, the polls will be open. You'll be able to start voting because at the end of this week, I need to start working on that series. So you gotta. I know we're gonna have record low votes, and it's my fault because I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance to do it. But when I do it, I would appreciate if you jump in there and you vote for your favorites. Okay. Whew, okay. All right. Now, the only other thing that I want to talk about, and obviously this is the big one. This is going to be a big chunk of the podcast. We've got to talk about what's going on YouTube.
You got to talk about YouTube, guys.
This past week actually was a week
This is the Christmas
Monday,
cheer,
so
guys.
It's been about a week and a half now. Decided to do something unprecedented. They've never done anything like this before. And it's all spurring from a lawsuit. A lawsuit from certain music companies against Full Screen. Now, if you're not aware who Full Screen is one of the biggest partnership companies on YouTube. What they do is they find channels that are getting views, and they contact the channel owner. They say, how would you like to make money doing what you're doing? Give us the advertising rights, right? And we'll pay you a cut of what you make on the ads. And in turn, we're going to give you cool things. Like we're going to hopefully help protect you from copyright strikes and things like that. We're going to give you dashboard where you can track your videos and how much money you're making. We're going to give you customer support 24/7. We're going to give you all these things as part of the partnership program, okay? Well, Full Screen got sued by music companies because music companies said that way too many Full Screen partners were using copyrighted music in their works. And of course, when this goes in, it trickles down to YouTube saying, well, it's YouTube's fault because YouTube doesn't have anything to prevent it. Full Screen can't be expected to check every video someone uploads. It's not their business. It's YouTube's. So YouTube, in all of its wisdom, said, here's what we're going to do. Instead of instituting a new system where we actually are responsible and in some kind of a logical manner, we're going to review content that's been flagged as copyrighted, and we're going to have intelligent adults look at this and make legal judgments on the videos. Instead, they said, we're going to create this giant fucking automated algorithm, okay? It's going to be completely robotic. Dude. There's no human involved in the process whatsoever. And what it's going to do, it's going to run in the background of YouTube all the time. And it's just going to be checking every video on YouTube to see if it can match up something that's copyrighted, okay? Now, there's problems with this. Number one, the system has absolutely no fucking way to know if something that's copyrighted is being used under fair use or if the person who is using copyrighted content has permission to use it. There have been people who have written consent, they've been hired by companies to do stuff, and they're getting content problems, copyright issues, because YouTube's system is completely automated, okay? Number two, it's misidentifying stuff like crazy. There are people who play Nintendo games and they got a content match from Sega, even though it's like Mario. There are people who are like me. I had
like me.
My practice footage of Tetris when I was practicing Tetris on the NES, okay? So play it at SGC in the Iron Man of Gaming. They flagged my Tetris videos saying that a music company named CD Baby had a copyright claim to it. What?
CD Baby coming for Phil, dude.
A modern music company that distributes music on the internet has rights to an NES game? No, YouTube, they don't. All right? So this system is a hideous mess. And Google knew it. Google knew that the system was a mess. But
Google knew it was a huge thing.
And instead of actually putting up and fighting these music companies and saying, no, this is creative content, this is fair use, they've pussified themselves like they always have. Because they have
pussified themselves. Now I love that YouTube pussified themselves because they don't want to, risk getting in trouble, right? But when DSP gets in trouble, all right, guys, no fan art, none of it, all this stuff, like he turns off the music, he has to make sure that that people support the streams, whatever. When something bad happens, he overcorrects it or whatever the fuck. But YouTube does it. They're fucking stupid, okay? They need to, keep it the same, okay? Sound good?
No fucking balls.
No balls.
So what they did is they created this bullshit system that doesn't work. And what they did this past week, they flipped the switch so that this system affects everyone on YouTube. It
Oh my
used to
god,
only
this
be
is a
people who were
terrible
like
fucking
not
drawing.
partnered. So
Burn
if you were
it.
just a common YouTube user that uploaded
Oh,
some videos, you may have gotten content ID matches. Well, now
look at my tight.
everyone's affected. We're talking the biggest YouTubers that there are getting hundreds and hundreds of content ID flags. And here's the worst part: when you get flagged, number one, you lose all advertisement rights to the video. So you have videos out there that have millions of views that people work to put their blood, sweat, and tears into making,
Can't really
and they no
do
longer can make money off
that
those videos
badass.
anymore. Number two,
Like,
some videos
you
it
know, like, crack their
completely
knuckles,
blocks.
like
So
I'm gonna beat
sometimes
you up.
you may have a playthrough and you know,
Like that.
part 12 is just gone. It's gone. It's blocked, and that's it.
Black.
Your content's ruined. You have a playthrough with parts missing. It's ruined. But that's what's happening right now. So there's this big epic controversy on the internet around this. Everyone's reported on it. Kotaku, IGN, every GameSpot, every mainstream media has now covered it. Okay, and YouTube basically responded this week with a big fuck you and said, we don't care. This is our policy. We stand behind it. You can use the tools that are in place to dispute these content ID claims, and we don't care about you. Bye. And that's pretty much what they said. Now, keep in mind, they decided to institute this during the holiday season. Just goes to show you that the bigwigs at Google are pieces of shit. Really, they're worthless humans. They think that the perfect time to fuck you is the holiday season. This is the time to do it. Like, what kind of fucking humbug Scrooge's motherfuckers work at the upper echelon?
This dude, I don't know why. He is so, like, fucking into Christmas. Like, it's like a holy month. If you do anything that's remotely bad in Christmas, you deserve to die in DSP land. Like, my god. It's every vlog almost. I feel it's gonna be every vlog. There's a weekend preview in 2016 where you said that, the people, when you see people, like, say that, like, okay, that, I'm not giving you what you want or whatever, you just wanna, like, wring their necks. You know, that kind of, like, that segment. And it's like, he gets so defensive over the positive spirit of Christmas for no reason. You know how we all have this dumbass energy about the war on Christmas every December? Like, we'll get so offended by saying happy holidays. It's like that, but applied on like, everyone who is, like, who might be negative. And that's what he's doing. Like, why is Christmas such a holy month for him that you can't possibly fucking be to make some decision that might be influenced by money to him? Ugh, my god.
Of Google and made this decision, because everyone else that I know is in a festive mood. We're celebrating. We're, you know, look at me. We've got snow fucking flying around. We're wearing Santa stuff. We're decorating everything. We're getting ready for Christmas.
I like that this is supposed to be snow when it's coming at the camera. So are we, like, looking up and DSP's, like, in the sky and he's doing this little podcast? Because snow should be going downward. Like, it should be going down, not at the camera.
These guys are in their boardroom. Push the button. Fuck everyone. What kind of a human does snow fucking flying around? We're wearing Santa stuff. We're decorating everything. We're getting ready for Christmas. These guys are in their boardroom. Push the button. Fuck everyone.
This dude is so fucking loco for fucking Christmas.
What kind of a human does that? So I just want
What
you to
kind of
think about
human
that.
does that?
The kind of people the management at Google are. All right.
I don't know, DSP. What kind of person does a Christmas marathon and lock it behind a members goal? What a fucking humbug. You know, you're in a festive spirit and you want to do a marathon for free, and yet you have Phil Burnell fucking doing a Christmas marathon if he only gets enough members to do it. Wow, what a fucking wonderful life, huh?
What low form of human life they are. Just saying.
Just saying, man.
They did this. And YouTube gamers in particular have been slammed harder than anyone else, because up to now, all YouTube gamers who were under a partnership contract never had problems with things like visual content or third-party copyrighted music being in video game playthroughs. All of a sudden, we've all been slammed. I had over 400 content ID matches. Actually, as of now, I believe I've had over 500. All right? And so everyone's been scrambling to try to figure out how to fix these problems. Now, For those of you who are affected, and maybe you haven't been watching my content recently, I have a playlist of videos where every day, today's the first day I haven't done it since this thing launched. Every day I've been making a new vlog over on DSP Gaming.
A new vlog.
And I know that's not where I usually do vlogs, but I wanted them to get the most attention, and that's where all my gaming content is, okay? Where I've been covering ways to fix this. There's several things you can do. You can dispute the claims, although it doesn't always work. You can remove copyrighted music from your video with a tool that YouTube has, and we've been messing with the tool and learning new things about it. And if you do that, you can remonetize your videos, or if your video's blocked, it'll be visible again. All right? We've been trying to find workarounds for it. But the bottom line is, for me, here's my situation. As you know, this is my life. This is my business. This isn't something I'm dicking around with. And by the way, for those of you who are newcomers, who don't know too much, the bottom line is, for me, here's my situation.
Listen to this.
As you know, this is my life. This is my business.
My business.
This isn't something I'm dicking around with. And by the way, for those of you who are...
He says that this is business, he's not dicking around, but if you listen to current DSP, he was dicking around back then, okay? He was being like, he didn't care, he was fucking around, he was getting drunk, doing all kinds of shit. He only took it seriously when he became a Twitch streamer, then took it even more seriously when he went back to YouTube. But back then, he didn't take it seriously, obviously.
Who are newcomers, who don't know too much about me, because I know there are newcomers every day who are watching my content. I never chose this. He never chose this. So, I don't know, I wish I remembered what video it was, but I was watching an old DSP video, and there's so many videos that literally debunk this. Obviously the first one is the first video of the face reveal where it says to click on the ads. That one, he literally talks about in that video how he wanted to make YouTube his job. He just in the video is like, alright, hopefully we can make this my job, okay? This and that, right? There's another video that he said something like, oh yeah, that I want this to be my job, pretty much. Like, there's so many videos of DSP saying he wanted YouTube to be his job. This is such bullshit to say that I didn't choose this. I was forced into it. If you were so forced into a DSP, then why didn't you apply to any other job? Chose to do this full time, all right? What happened was, I always had a full-time job my whole life up until the end of 2010. So to give you some perspective, during the year of 2010...
There we go, guys. There's Jolene. I drew her.
For promotion, I received commendations for...
This is what she says. This is what she looks like when she, yells out her stand's name. She's like, Stone Ocean! It's that. That's what she looks like, guys. That's her. There you go. In case you guys have never seen Stone Ocean yet, that's what it looks like. That's what she does. That's her face. It looks just like her. Okay? If someone tells you that this is not what she looks like, they're lying to you. That's what she looks like. It's great animation. I did all the animation. I drew Stone Ocean, okay? It was all me. I drew every frame, and I threw this in as an Easter egg, okay? So keep an eye out, and you'll see it.
Going above and beyond the level that was expected of me at my job. I have awards. Proving it, okay? I also earned a continuous improvement certification for going above. So to give you some perspective, during the year of 2010, I received recommendations for promotion. I received commendations for going above and beyond the level that was expected of me at my job. I have awards proving it, okay? I also earned a continuous improvement certification, basically saying that they sent me to school to learn thousands and thousands of dollars worth of training to continuously improve the corporation that I was working for. After receiving all of that in the year of 2010, in October they laid me off. All right?
Now, I like that he says, I got all these awards and they laid me off. Now, usually being laid off implies that they just couldn't afford to keep you around anymore. Like there was some reason why they had to let you go. They either couldn't afford you anymore or whatever. DSP acts as if he was fired. And also, if you're laid off, you could still apply for a new job and even use them as a reference, because laid off isn't the same as being fired. Fired usually is like a disciplinary reason why you're not working there anymore. Like, hey, we fired your ass. You're a piece of shit or whatever. Being laid off is more of just like they can't afford you, or they couldn't afford the amount of workers or whatever. So for DSP to take that as like they laid me off, man, they're fucking pieces of shit, is really narcissistic. That he thinks that he should have been working there forever, I guess. Crazy.
October of 2010. So I just want you to think about that. That's corporate America. That's Google. That's Google. That's what Google is. Okay? That's the same thing. That's why I've been in corporate America. I know how those top people think. They're worthless human beings. So after all that hard work,
Worthless
I get laid
humans.
off. Now, I've never been jobless in my life. All my life, I've held a job, and I was like, what am I going to do? The problem was I just bought this condo. I had all these high bills to pay, and I was blindsided. I didn't have anything to fall back on. And I went and looked at the job market, and it was terrible. And since then, the job market here in Connecticut, where I live, has completely collapsed. There are
Oh.
no jobs.
So he he decided not to apply because he read a headline that said jobs are bad. And he's like, well, I guess I can't get a job, so might as well do YouTube. This dude, like, did he even attempt to get a job? Like, it's one thing if he tried to get a job, like he sent out applications and all this stuff, and they either rejected him or whatever, and he was doing YouTube, and then that took off, and there you go. That's one thing, which is fine. I mean, it's, it is what it is. But it's another to not even try, and then go straight to YouTube, because that implies that you didn't even try or even want to try, and he just went straight to doing YouTube stuff. Okay.
Of any caliber of what I was doing anymore. And since then, my father was laid off from the same company. My father's best friend was laid off from the same company. They've done about 4 new waves of layoffs since then. And that company is thinking of leaving Connecticut entirely and just basically finding a way to save money on their workforce. It's disgusting. But this is the reality of the United States right now, and what's happening with a lot of companies in the United States, because the economy sucks right now. All right? So I was stranded. I had no form of income and didn't know what to do. I started doing YouTube as my last resort, hoping that I could.
And now it says it's his last resort. Again, that implies you decided to do YouTube. Like, you have this YouTube thing. He looked at it and says, I can make money with this. I should try this. That's not being forced into it. He makes it sound, he longs for that narrative of him like being forced into it. If he was forced into it, it would be him just uploading videos innocently. Like, okay, here we go, blah blah, blah, uploaded to YouTube. And then like a company was like, we're gonna give you money for this. And then he was like, okay. But no, that didn't happen. He went to YouTube, uploaded videos. He applied to be within Machinima or whatever the fuck. Like all this stuff that happened, he chose it. He did the action to make it work. And he's telling us that, and he still tells us to this day that it was forced on him, which isn't true. It's not even true. Come on. Come on, dude.
Could make it work, and I have. I have. And with all the odds against me, I was seen as the underdog. I made it work, regardless of being kicked off of multiple websites, being kicked out of the AdSense program. I made it work. And so here I am 3 years later. I'm still able to do it full time. And by the way, not by choice. If there was a stable job system in Connecticut right now where I could get something similar to what I was doing, and I could do that and then do videos, at this point I might. Because we've had so many fucking things, hoops I've had to jump through, and so much bullshit I've had to put up with since I did this full time. It's probably more stable to do that, all right? I'm not one of these people.
What?
Because we've had so many
What you
fucking
just
things,
said?
hoops I've had to jump through, and so much bullshit I've had to put up with since I did this full time. It's probably more stable to do that.
Oh my god. This dude was yelling at his chat. It's not a stable job. There's no such thing as stable jobs. And then telling us that these other jobs are more stable than what he's doing now. But he won't go to those other jobs to get a stable job. No, this is more beneficial. This dude has a legacy of fapping on stream and just putting the responsibility of making money onto his viewers, or just putting the stress onto his viewers. Because at this point, in 2013, he didn't have a Patreon. He didn't accept a lot, whatever. I mean, he got subs and some direct PayPal donations, but he just kept putting the stress onto his fans, and it only got worse. Like, this is the most you get back at the time, just him stressing out about fucking ad revenue or whatever the fuck. The moment he got Patreon, he started like, guys, we need Patreon, guys. We need Patreon. He goes to Twitch. Guys, we need sub goals. Sub. And then he goes to YouTube again. Members. Super chat. Tip. This dude just has a legacy of like, I need money really bad. But it's stable. He made it work. But guys, do you need a tip? Guys, if you don't tip during Metroid, that game is gone. Holy shit.
Alright? I'm not one of these people that quit their full-time job willingly to do YouTube full-time. No, and I never would have. I was forced into this. So I love these people now because we have this situation where all gameplay people who do videos on the internet are having all their content stolen from them. No one can make any ad revenue on it. And you've got these petty little
disgusting trolls.
Who are now going on everyone's videos, not just mine. Everyone's videos is saying, ha, fuck them. They thought they could make a quick buck on YouTube. They don't have real jobs. Go get a real job. Fuck you for making money. And it's just the most petty, jealous shit.
Now, he says this, and to a degree, yeah, there were people that say that about YouTubers, streamers, whatever. And I've said this many times in the past as well. If you want to make YouTube a job, or Twitch a job, like, sure, they could be... I could say that they could be jobs, but you have to put in a lot of effort into it. Like, you have to put, like... Because streaming could be, like, a radio show or whatever, like, something like that. And, you know, no one goes to a radio show and just be like, alright, we're gonna shoot the shit and do whatever. Like, they usually structure the show to be entertaining in some way. Like, they do something that's more than what it is, you know? So if you're gonna do a stream, it's more than just streaming. The other thing, on top of that, is that the kind of content that DSP has done, and during this time period as well, where there's a lot of Let's Players, and I think if you look at it now, it kind of is a different landscape at this point, but a lot of people do streaming games and stuff as like a side thing to their main thing. You know, like Frank Howley works for NoClip, so he does videos for them. Like that, they do documentaries on game development. Like they did a documentary on Hades, Transistor, Death's Door. I think they did one for Deathloop as well. But they've done a lot of documentaries for a lot of games and all that stuff. So he does stuff for them, and then he also streams on Twitch of him playing games just as a side thing. And that's usually what it is for a lot of the for a lot of the time, is that these things are usually supplemental or secondary to their main gig. Mega 64, they mostly make videos that are commercials or skits or whatever. And then they have Garrett on every Wednesday do a poorly played stream where he just plays a game, he takes calls, and he just kind of shoots the shit. Whatever. But these are things that are secondary to their main thing. What does DSP have? Well, he did have reviews, he did have like the countdowns and all this stuff, but what does he have now? Nothing. The daily wrap? Just another redundant video of him explaining the schedule. Wow, what a great video. Oh, the pre-stream podcast, the thing he's been doing even before he called it a podcast? Wow. Amazing content. Like, it's just not worth it. You know, it's not like artistic or content that he worked hard on.
Shit from people who their whole lives obviously haven't been able to do something that they love for work and haven't been able to find a way to make money having fun doing it. And so they're just going to throw their fucking shit fest at our faces because people like me have been able to make it happen and they haven't. Now, I know for a fact that I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. I get to do for a living what I love. Play video games, share my content with you guys, do fun podcasts like this.
God damn it.
I am like one of the luckiest people on the planet. And amongst this whole content ID fiasco, I'm actually one of the most protected people on YouTube. And the reason
He is the most protected people on YouTube. Yeah, flex on that. Dude, this dude fucking tried so hard to be part of these people who are who are struggling, right? He's like, oh, these people they're unsure of their job security on YouTube now. It's rough, man. Yeah, man, it's affecting everyone. Okay, I'm like protected. Does it affect me that hard? Wow, DSP. I mean, it's like you want to be a victim and then decided, wait a second. No, I'm cool. I'm a badass. Can't be a full victim. But I should get the sympathy for being a victim as well.
I say that is because I have 25,000 fucking videos monetized since I started this channel. So, oh no, you took away 4.
This dude, man. My god. You know what? This is complete clown world. Here he's like, I have all these other videos. Oh, I don't care about if like 4 videos or whatever gets claimed. So what? Now, I can't get videos claimed, guys. You know, you guys have to step up. You guys, if you guys want to see Vice City, you gotta tip. I'm not making anything, guys, on ad revenue. But back then he's like, fuck it. I get claimed, so what? This dude is the fucking meme, the fucking Shiba meme. Where you had the chat Shiba Inu's like, yeah, I don't give a shit about fucking ad revenue. Yeah, I'll take that claim. And then you have like the sad Shiba. Guys, can you please tip me? I'm not making any money on the ad revenue. DSP was like, what happened to this guy? What happened to this DSP? This DSP got murdered or some shit. This dude changed, man. This fucker, man, he changed. He went from being like, fuck it, I don't care about fucking content ID. I'm a cool guy. To guys, you need to tip me to make up for being claimed.
400 of my videos. Good thing I have 24,600 more. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like a trickle in a lake. But for a lot of YouTubers who don't have my business model, which is most of them, most of these bigger YouTubers, all they do is upload 1 to 2 videos a day and hope they get 100,000 views or more on them daily, they're fucked. Because if you only have 300 videos and 100 of them just got flagged, you're done. Your content, you will be making no money on any of your old content, okay? Now, what I can tell you is this. Right now, as of right now, I've pretty much nipped the problem in the butt. I've realized that the gameplay that I'm going to have the most problems with is going to be games like Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row 4, Sleeping Dogs, these games that had licensed soundtracks playing in the background. In the future, if I play those games, I now know I have to play them with the music set to off.
Back then, he was going to turn the music off. But he never did. He actually never did at this point. He only turned the music off like when he went back to Twitch. That's when he like went hardcore into turning the music off.
It's just an inevitability. It's something that's going to happen with anyone who wants to do gameplay videos. You have to have the music turned off, unless it's just like the orchestral soundtrack or whatever the soundtrack is of the game in it, alright? So, it is what it is. But for me, those videos are going to be the ones that are going to always have problems. Nintendo, because Nintendo apparently has actively said, yes, we're claiming all your money, fuck you. There's a couple other companies, Konami, and what was the other one? Shit. Bandai Namco when it comes to anime games like Naruto. Oh, and Warner Brothers Interactive, they've claimed almost my entire Batman Arkham Origins playthrough. Yeah, that's right. You know, I just played. they're claiming it and claiming they own all rights to it. They're fucking stupid cocksuckers.
Stupid cacksuckers.
And Arkham Origins playthrough. Yeah, that's right. I just played. They're claiming it and claiming they own all rights to it. They're fucking stupid cocksuckers.
Stupid cocksuckers. You're stupid cocksuckers.
So, the situation with me is this. As of right now, on a daily basis, I now have to waste time. It is a waste of time. Either disputing these claims, these content ID matches that I'm getting, or removing third-party music from my videos, which, by the way, sometimes ruins the audio of the videos. It desyncs it. It makes it sound like shit. It's either that or you can't see the video. It's one or the other. So I'd rather have a video that doesn't sound great versus a video that you can't fucking see at all. You know what I mean? So, daily I'm going to have to do this. Now, today, I believe is the first day I didn't get one. In fact, hold on, because I think I see an update.
Hold on.
Last weekend, I got like one or two. I got none. So that's good news, right? What it means is that it's going to calm down. Every few days, I'll probably get a few, and then it'll calm down. But it's a lot of extra work for anyone who wants to do what I'm doing. A lot of people were saying, oh, I was thinking about starting a Let's Play channel, and now they're discouraged. And admittedly so. They should be, because it's going to make this incredibly hard for anyone who wants
I feel you should always be wary of doing anything on YouTube or Twitch or any creative business, honestly, because you could literally go in with the biggest drive on the planet, and you could be good, you could be great, and you may not even get your foot in the door. It's never a sure thing, because it's not an easy field. It's highly competitive, and it's just as rough. So people should just be generally cautious anyway. But whatever.
To do gameplay footage to continue to do it on YouTube. Now, here's the final piece of the puzzle. Okay? Apparently, there's two categories now of YouTube partners, which no one knew until about a few weeks ago. This was revealed. There's called affiliate partners.
I want to throw my
fucking people like me, everyday Joes,
across the fucking room. I am like getting mad.
There's this new group. They exist now called managed partners. What this means, if you're a managed partner, it means that your partnership company, so for me it would be Machinima, it could be for you Fullscreen, it could be Maker Studios, it could be TGN, it could be Curse, it could be any of these companies that do partnerships on YouTube, all right? They're taking legal responsibility for you. I should think about that. So let's say one day you decide to be a complete asshole and you just fucking copy an entire copyrighted movie and upload it to your channel just to be a fucking dick, Yeah,
you're being a dick for uploading a movie, guys.
I can't imagine another reason anyone would do that. You know what I mean? Why would you upload a full movie to YouTube? You're an idiot. But let's just say you do it. And all of a sudden it gets flagged, your channel gets shut down. They're now going to contact your partner company, and they're going to tell your partner company you're in fucking trouble. We're basically can go after you now for legal damages because you vouched for this guy. And basically, because you vouched for him and he broke the rules, you're legally liable. Now, the cool thing about managed partners is that they basically are going to go back to how it used to be. You're immune from content ID matches, and pretty much copyright claims and strikes won't hit you very often. That's what I was in for 3 years that I've been partnered with Machinima. Now it's all changed because YouTube changed the whole system. Okay? So what this means is, managed partners are pretty much free and clear. And it's funny because there's some people who've been saying stuff like Total Biscuit. I have not really been affected by this whole content ID system at all. I haven't gotten one match. It's like, yeah, because you're huge. You're probably a managed partner. Use your head.
You're probably a managed partner. How would Jim not know he's a managed partner? Okay, I guess he got one and he didn't know.
I mean, it's pretty obvious why you're not affected. But it was funny because this affected people who were huge and, they didn't think it would affect them. Pretty much all Machinima partners have been affected. In fact, every Machinima partner has been affected. Really big YouTubers like Angry Joe, who's now afraid he might have to stop and go get another job because basically all his content's being taken from him, everything he does. All right? And it's a huge concern. So I currently am not under managed status. I am still under affiliate. As of yesterday, one of the bigger gaming YouTubers under Machinima, the Rad Brad, he is bigger than me, and he got managed status. I am in contact with Machinima, waiting for As of yesterday, one of the bigger gaming
Listen to this.
YouTubers under Machinima, the Rad Brad, he is bigger than me, and he got managed status.
He said that as if he was jealous. Like, he got their status and not me?
I am in contact with Machinima, waiting for them to tell me if or when I'll get managed status.
But guys, remember, DSP is just like us. He gets no special treatment, none at all. But he's in contact to become a managed partner. But he is just like us. He's like you and me.
App update just popped up on my iPhone. And I talked to Machinima as soon as yesterday. And I said, what's going on? And they said, Phil, you're on our list to get managed status, but it takes a while, and we can't promise it, but we're working towards it. So I guess what they're trying to do is, with their legal team, clear channels who they really feel they can trust and be under managed status. I'm hoping I make it, because if I don't, there's another big change coming in January. That's right. Coming this January, there's another system coming into place called the review system, content review. And what's going to happen is when you upload videos to YouTube, you may be randomly selected to have your video go under content review. If that happens, your video can be stuck for as long as 48 hours because a human actually is going to review your video for copyrighted content.
This dude, he been crying and yelling that YouTube needs to hire humans to review videos, right? They do that, and he's like, they're so stupid. They're hiring people. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, Phil, that's probably why no one would want, ideally, for a human to review everything. I think there should be a time and a place for a human to be involved with a process. Sure, but off the bat, like, if you want your content to be out, you wouldn't want a human to do it because it would take so much manpower.
Now, we already have issues regarding content ID. Who's to say that they might not review your video and say it's gameplay, it's potential that it's copyright, rejected? What about a person like me who does video game playthroughs and let's plays, and I've got a new game that I'm playing, and I play it for several hours, and I want to upload 12 videos. 4 videos out of the 12 get flagged and rejected. Now what do I do? Do I just re-upload them? But now, what about how long will it take for these videos to be live? You know what I mean? So video game people who do playthroughs may be fucked. We may have to have delays of showing when our playthroughs will go live. Some videos may not be approved. It's going to be a hideous system, and it's going to kill business for anyone who does game footage. So I'm really hoping that Machinima puts me under managed status by next month. All right,
please,
I'm
Machinima,
pushing them right now.
Please.
If I don't hear from them by tomorrow, I'm going to call this guy again.
Even back then, he was Karening it up. If I don't get managed partnership, I'm gonna call him again. Now, I just love that he said that he might get it. He's gonna get it by the following month, right? He then says, well, if I don't hear back from him, I'm calling him tomorrow. Now, this dude has literally... It's the classic Phil. Classic, right? Everything in his life, every problem that he has faced or whatever, what's the one thing that always happens? That is always the answer. To just wait. To just wait and the thing will happen. That's how it's always been. And this dude is like, I need a call. I need to figure out now. This dude just has to wait a month to get managed partnership, and he's like, I'm gonna call him tomorrow if I don't hear back from him. This dude, and you heard what he just said, right? Again, implying that he called him before. Oh my god.
And be like, I know you guys are going on holiday break. What the hell's going on with this status? But I'm in a unique situation where I have a chance to take a huge risk and leave Machinima because my contract expires in mid-January. I could leave and go with another company, and I've already been offered by another company to go under their banner to get managed status immediately. In fact, I'll be like the #1 channel in the company. But
now, this is what I said in the past. He makes these videos and this kind of shit for certain people. Like, he probably made this for the Machinima guy. This sounds like he's threatening to leave. Like I have contact with someone else. I could be big there, dude. You know who you're talking to?
The catch is that I'll be making money based off of ad revenue on my videos rather than by views. It's a huge risk. No one really knows what's going on in regards to that, okay? And it's a risk. It would be a huge risk, especially as I said in my Thanksgiving special. That next year, definitively, I'm leaving Connecticut. I've decided I'm making positive changes in my life. I gotta get out of here. It's too expensive in Connecticut for me to live, and this place is too small. It's just ridiculous. When I sell this place, I'm gonna lose money. I found that out. That I'm not even gonna make enough when I.
When he sells it, he's gonna not make enough money. Well, Phil, now you're making zero on it. This dude is going on and on about like, oh, I know when I sell it, I'm not gonna make a lot of money on it, man. I'm not gonna make a lot of money. Did he? But he didn't sell it. This dude, oh my god, man. Like, okay, he didn't sell it because he gave it to his aunt, right? But he told us that his aunt was paying him to live there, which is always great, right? You know, family members charging other family members to pay, whatever. You know, it is what it is. But this dude is like saying that his aunt didn't pay enough. I guess is this his way of saying that like I know I'm not making enough money because he knew he wasn't gonna charge his aunt the full amount to live there. Okay.
I sell it to pay off the mortgage because housing prices have dropped in this area. So I gotta get out of here. I just gotta get out of here. So with that going on, is it worth it to take a huge risk to jump with another company just to get this managed status, but then I don't know how much money I'm gonna make? It's a huge deal, and trust me, amongst all my holiday spirit, I am mulling it over in my head. What to do. Because if I don't get managed status with Machinima, my business could be done as of next year. We don't know. We have to see how bad these changes are really going to affect.
His business could be done. Another legacy of his business could be done when hardship shows up. Could be done. 2017, save the house. 2018, save the house. 2019, save the house. 2020, save the house. The pandemic is here. 2021, make up for Twitch, dude, or it's over.
Everyone in the long run, as of right now, I have no idea. Okay? So that's the whole situation right now. Okay? I wanted to get it out there in one big, contiguous explanation so that people, if they want to know, they can just go to this video and watch that segment, and then you'll know what's going on YouTube. Obviously, I'll continue to update everyone as things change. I know that things will change. And there'll be more updates and stuff, and I'm going to keep making those content update vlogs if there is new stuff on DSP Gaming. So if you're following along those, by all means, continue to do so. There'll be more information there, okay? So as of right now, that's the situation. It's a huge mess. Everyone is basically freaking out on the internet saying, is gameplay video going to go away forever? Because YouTube has basically gone pussy mode, and they're instituting these crazy changes. I don't think anyone knows, and it's uncertain. And it's funny because a few years ago, we're talking about SOPA and PIPA, and we thought these were the biggest risks. Little did we know that it would be Google becoming a huge fucking vagina that's going to really screw us all over.
Huge vagina.
Talking about SOPA and PIPA, and we thought these were the big...
Well, SOPA and PIPA would have been bad because that would affect literally everything. It would affect the internet as a whole. This only affects like a portion, and only like a portion of that portion of things. So SOPA and PIPA are far worse than this, Phil. I'm sorry that I think SOPA and PIPA would have done more damage to the internet than people are not making a lot of money on the internet anymore. I think those are two different things.
Biggest risks. Little did we know that it would be Google becoming a huge fucking vagina that's gonna really screw us all over. Alright, so it is what it is. And enough of that bah humbug bullshit. We're going to move on to a positive segment. That's right, I'm about to take a short break, but when I get back from this break, we're going to talk about Christmas. That's right, back in the day, we're going to reminisce on all of the Christmas times that I had in my life, the Christmas traditions I used to do, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely don't go anywhere. All right? If you're watching on Twitch, just hang in there. There's going to be a short commercial break, and we'll be right back. If you're watching this on YouTube, take a look at the video description. You can click to the shortcut there, the shortcut link. It'll jump you ahead to the next timestamp, and you can just go right to that segment and not have to sit here and do nothing for a few minutes, okay? So thanks, everyone. Going on a short break. I'll be right back with Back in the Day, full of Christmas spirit. Let's get rid of the bah humbug, Scrooge, Grinch shit, and let's move on to positivity, all right? I'll be right back.
Is it silence or did he have actual music? I think it's all silence. So let's move on because he actually did timestamps. Believe it or not, he did timestamps back in the day. Pretty cool, huh?
All right, everybody, welcome back to segment 2. This is the Holly Jolly segment. We're moving out of the negative bullshit segment, and we're moving into the Holly Jolly festive segment of the Hate Live Beta Podcast Holiday Special. Here's my festive burp for you. So we're going to be talking about Christmas. And of course, because it is back in the day, we're going to be talking about the fills of Christmas past.
The fills?
Okay?
The fills, dude.
So, first of all, let me tell you a little bit about my family traditions and the things that we always did when I used to, obviously live with my parents and I was a young tyke, so to speak. First of all, we would put up our Christmas tree. I'd say it would probably be about a month before Christmas. It was always roughly around Thanksgiving time.
I've been
like
mad.
the weekend usually after Thanksgiving.
Super happy.
Would be the weekend that we would do it, and we would do it as a family.
But
and,
I am
by the
optimistic.
way, back then when I had Christmas trees, it was
before
they even sold
it's not
Christmas
over yet,
trees that had the lights on them.
I'm not
you
super happy, but
yourself.
I'm not mad.
We had an artificial tree. Other years we had a real tree.
It's progress.
Kind of alternated for a few years. We liked having the real tree. It smells great, but it's also a huge hassle to move in and get rid of later on. And we would trim the tree ourselves as a family. Traditionally, what would happen is my mom and dad would do the lights and the garland, but they would let myself, and for a few years when my cousin lived with me, we would put the ornaments on. Now, when we started, we had ornaments that were all kinds of crazy stuff. We had Daffy Duck and Mickey Mouse. We had angels, but we also had cartoon characters, and it was basically a mishmash of everything. And we used to have colored lights and a colored star atop the tree. All right? But then, I'd say probably about midway through my childhood, my mom wanted a new tree. And she wanted it her way or the highway.
Oh, I love
so we ended up going out. And
now, I like how having different colors is weird, man.
Getting these peach ornaments. My childhood, my mom wanted a new tree. And she wanted it her way or the highway.
What a positive... He is so passive-aggressive with his mom. It is crazy. But then when you look at his, the holiday traditions he does with Leanna and Kat, it's the same tradition that he has done. So does that mean that he's the same way? But I just love he has such a fucking passive aggressive outlook on his mom.
So we ended up going out and getting these peach ornaments, and it was like peach or golden garland, white lights, not colored, and we stopped putting the cool ornaments that the kids liked on the tree. For some reason, she just thought, no, I want to do it. It's my tree. We were like, well, fine. All right, do what you want. But we didn't like it. So basically, we demanded that we had our own trees. So for my cousin and I, each had our own little mini trees in our bedrooms. The trees were about, if I'm standing up, the tree was probably about yay high. So I don't know, what is that, like 4 feet? Something like that, 4 or 5 footer, something like that, little mini trees. And basically, all those ornaments that I loved, that, the cartoonish stuff, I put on my tree. I believe my cousin, it was weird. I had a green tree with colored lights. My cousin had a white tree with blue lights, which I thought was weird. I was like, trees are supposed to be green. I believe my cousin was basically all those ornaments that I love. 4 feet, some little mini tree. Garland, white lights, not colored. and we stopped putting the cool ornaments that the kids liked on the tree. For some reason, she just thought, like, no, I want to do it. It's my tree. We were like, well, fine.
Okay, fine. Now, I thought when he told us this story, he made it seem as if they always had separate trees, right? But no, apparently they got separate trees because the mom didn't want to put dumb shit on the tree. Probably because she wanted the tree to look nice, probably. You know, when her friends come over or whatever. But no, guys. We gotta get our own trees. Okay.
Fine. Or do what you want.
Now, I almost forgot to mention this. So get this. His mom, right? Oh my god. My mom, it was her tree. It was her way to the highway. But I think like the year before last or so, when Kat was in the picture, DSP could not put up the ornament of Bunny on his tree. Now, for those of you who may not remember, Bunny was the rabbit that he had when he was a kid that passed away. Rest in peace, Bunny. And he had an ornament with a picture of the bunny in the ornament, and he would always put it on the Christmas tree for years. Cat shows up, Cat says no. And he's like, alright, well, we're not gonna put out the baby bunny. But here, my mom was selfish. She said it was her way or the highway, so we got our own trees. Well, I guess he didn't marry his mom, so it's okay, dude. You gotta do what your wife wants, not what your mom wants. Though I want to say something. Who the fuck says no? Don't put an ornament of your rabbit on the tree. That is fucking anti-bun discrimination, and that won't stand. That will not stand in this household. If you have a bun ornament, it goes right on the tree. It goes on top of everything. And DSP telling us that Cat said no tells me she's a fucking bitch. I'm sorry, but you can't just say no to a fucking bun ornament. So I'm sorry, DSP should have stood up for himself and had a backbone about it. But no, his bad back prevented the true Christmas spirit of having a bun on a tree. Disgusting. The fucking Brunello household is not a household I want to live in. Like, what kind of Christmas is that? Is that even Christmas? Come on.
But we didn't like it. So basically, we demanded that we had our own trees. So my cousin and I each had our own little mini trees in our bedrooms. The trees were about, if I'm standing up, the tree was probably about yay high. So I don't know, what is that, like 4 feet? Something like that, 4 5-footer, something like that, little mini trees. And basically, all those ornaments that I loved, that, you know, the cartoonish stuff, I put on my tree. I believe my cousin, it was weird. I had a green tree with colored lights. My cousin had a white tree with blue lights, which I thought was weird. I was like, trees are supposed to be green, you know, white tree.
So I thought it was weird, guys.
But now
he was being
it's
a weirdo.
popular in a lot of places. I don't like that, though. I don't go for that stuff. Now, it's funny because back then, it was also where the lights, if one light was out, the whole fucking light system would fail. So you'd have one bulb that died or was loose, and all the lights on the tree would go out. And you're like, oh my god, now you gotta go through every bulb trying to find the one that was loose. I said this a few weeks ago, after I got back from doing, Christmas shopping with my girlfriend Panda Lee. I said, you guys have if you do Christmas trees now, you're spoiled. You have, like, the best technology available. We had a rough time with that shit. And, I'm actually looking forward, if I move this year, to getting a new Christmas tree with all these lights reinstalled in the tree and everything. That's like light years ahead technology for me, and it's awesome, and I want it. I'm jealous. You know me. I'm a Christmas junkie. I love it. I love this season.
Christmas junkie.
So for me, like, that's fucking amazing. I gotta have the awesome tree with the colors and the twinkling lights and shit built in. I need it. And the LED, the bright lights, I need it. Okay? Alright. So that's about the tree. Now, what we would do after the tree was up we would wrap presents and we would put them under the tree, okay? And of course, my cousin and I had this little game because we were kids. You know, when you're a kid, you're dying to know what is it? What did someone buy you? My cousin would bug the shit out of my parents. What did you get me? What did you get me? What did you get me? Oh my God, she would just not.
Now this is another good story. Sorry, I watched this last night. I tried to record a video last night and it just didn't pan out. So I'm re-recording it. But get a load of this story.
Not stop. So then we started this game. The name of the game was what could it?
My cousin would bother the shit out of my parents. So we made a game. I just love that the cousin was the one that bugged the shit out of his parents, and yet the story involves both of them. DSP loves being like the fucking saint. He was such a good boy when he was young. He didn't cry, misbehave, or anything. He was a perfect role model as a kid. But that cousin, oh, she was a bitch. She was fucking begging what she got for Christmas. Oh.
Be. And so what we would do, see if I can find a box around here. Here we go. So pretend that this is wrapped, all right? This is my iPad box from when I got the iPad last year. Imagine this was wrapped. We'd pick this up, and we would, just to be annoying, right? Because we knew our parents didn't like us doing it, but we would hope that it would piss them off enough that they'd just tell us what it is so that we would stop shaking it. We'd go, what could it be? What could it be? And we'd shake the shit. You'd hear things rattling around in the boxes. Just tell us what it is so that we would stop shaking it. We'd go, what could it be? What could it be? And we'd shake the shit. You'd hear things rattling around in the boxes. Be like, I wonder what it could be. And we would sing while we did it. And it was so funny.
It was so funny, but she was bothering the shit out of his parents, so we shook the boxes. So he participated in the thing that was annoying, but it was the cousin's fault. Okay. I agree.
We did it to be dicks so that my parents would hopefully give up. Be like, no, don't break the present. We'll tell you what it is. And sometimes it worked.
Jeez. But guys, his cousin, but he wasn't spoiled, guys. He wasn't spoiled. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at a reference because I think I fucked up the reference I have here. Yeah, how did this happen? There we go. I must have accidentally pressed a button on the thing. Okay. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Shit. Oh, so he does that so that his parents would spoil the gift, right? If I was his parents, I wouldn't say anything, and if he broke it, I'd say, "Well, that's what you get." Like, I'd literally just tell them if they did that and their gift was broken, I would say, "Merry Christmas." Like, I was like, oh, it is what it is. And then, like, they open it, and it's like, Dad, it's broken! I'm like, Merry Christmas. And then they have to live with it, because... But guys, he wasn't spoiled. He just shook the box around to get them to tell them what the gift was.
It was so funny.
So funny.
We did it to be dicks so that my parents would hopefully give up. Be like, no, don't break the present. We'll tell you what it is. And sometimes it worked. Sometimes they would actually tell us what the presents were, which is pretty funny. So that was good, how we used to do that stuff. It was funny as a little kid. Christmas traditions. Let's talk about that. So, Christmas traditions in the Burnell household. Shit. There we go. I completely put that back wrong, but whatever. Christmas traditions. First of all, when I was younger, we had a nativity calendar. Now, if you don't know what a nativity calendar is, it's probably because you didn't grow up Catholic or Christian. What it is, it's a calendar that has like all the days of December up to Christmas on it. And every day you open up a door, and depending on what kind of nativity calendar is, it'll be different. Some of them have like a little saying or a little quip, maybe a quote from the Bible. And some of them have a nice little picture of something like an angel or maybe a shepherd or something relating to Christmas. Some of them are completely different. Some of them actually have like it's a candy and stuff that come out of them, all right? But for us, I remember we had this nativity calendar for like 5 or 6 years till it started falling apart. So my mom was sold to, expensive collectibles, middle-aged housewife.
My mom was into collectibles, middle-aged housewife. Jeez. Not every woman that's middle-aged and a housewife is into collectibles. This his family must be the most mean fucking family. Like it really seems like that they just buy into all these stereotypes. Like, okay, we have a stay-at-home mom. She has to be like this. The dad is the working dad, so like he does that, like the working dad in a TV show. Then you have Phil, who's caught in the middle. I don't know. It's so fucking weird, but okay.
So she goes on. I remember once I think it was QVC. She went on. She ordered this porcelain tree, white porcelain tree. It was about this tall, with a golden star on top and little hooks. And she had this book of golden medals. I don't think they were really gold. They were probably just like gold plated. And each one was for each day in December. So on December 1st, she would take medal 1 and hang it on the tree. December 2,
You
we'd hang it on the tree
at that
in the
angle.
appropriate spot. Until at the end, at Christmas, the whole tree will be filled with these big golden medals shining. And that was kind of our nativity calendar, because it was all holy stuff, religious related stuff on each medal. And so that's what we would do every day. And that was our new nativity calendar until eventually that broke. The hook started snapping off, and then we just stopped doing it altogether. So that was one tradition in our household. Another tradition in our household was cooking. And my mom traditionally for Christmas would make 2 different things. She would make Christmas cookies, sugar style cookies.
Are they Italian?
She would also make
Italian cookies?
I don't even know how to explain it. I'll tell you in a second. So the Christmas cookies we made out of this dough. It was a very sweet dough.
They used to say they're sugar cookies.
You can make a ball. You can make like a long log. There's just different shapes you
Whoa,
can make.
You can make shapes of cookies?
Icing. Christmas colored icing, and ice everything, and then put candies and stuff on top, maybe sprinkles. So you'd have like a big Christmas plate of these cookies. And then the other thing she would make, it's unique. I never heard anyone else talk about this particular kind of pastry outside of our family. The way it's made is that it's dough. Think of like a pizza. Think of it that way. A pizza dough, all right? But instead of being round, it's more rectangular. And what you would do is you fill it like a jelly roll. You fill it with ingredients. Now, there's different ingredients you would put. One of them is prune and white raisins. One of them was poppy seed and some kind of other thing. One of them was walnut and
pineapple smells.
I think walnut and like cinnamon or something like that. And you would roll it up, and it would be like a strip, a long oval-shaped strip, and you would cut it. And that's how you would eat it. You would eat it like a slice. It would literally look like a piece of jelly roll. And you would eat it, and it wasn't a jelly roll because it wasn't super sweet. It was more like a bread with a filling. And she calls them the Christmas strips. I get the feeling that this actually has some kind of a name, whether it's in Italian or Polish culture, wherever it came from. But she doesn't know what it is. She says her mom always made it. The grandmom always made it. And so it kind of came from her family line. And that's something that she used to do every year. She hasn't done it in a while, but she says she's going to do it this weekend. She's actually making them this weekend, which is crazy because she hasn't done it in so long. So that'll be really interesting to see how those turn out. Let's see, what else? Christmas traditions. I'm trying to think. Eggnog. My dad loved eggnog, but not alcoholic eggnog, just, virgin eggnog. We'd buy it and we'd drink it all throughout the month of December. Let's talk about the actual day of Christmas Eve and then Christmas and what we would do. Christmas Eve, traditionally we did a few things. First of all, yes, I was raised Catholic, so we would go to church. Usually we would try to go earlier, but sometimes we went to midnight mass. It all depended on what our schedule was. So all I have to say is as a kid, thought church was incredibly boring. I always did. I never found it entertaining. I never found it fun. I went to Catholic school, right? So going to Catholic school, I said, why do they read the Bible in church? We study it in school, right? So why do we need to hear the same stories over and over? I don't know. I was always one of those over-logical kids, you know what I mean? I didn't always, buy into everything. And
I was over-logical. I was critical on this thing that's pretty obvious. Like, why would they do a sermon about this if you learned it in school? DSP, maybe because not everyone that goes to church goes to fucking school. But why? Why? Come on. Oh my god.
And so, I don't go anymore, but, at one point in my life, I did go to church every Christmas Eve against my will because my parents forced me to. But the big Christmas Eve event that we would do, now this was previous years, I'm going to get to modern times, but in previous years, we would all go over to my great aunt's house. My great aunt and uncle would have the whole family over. So it would be myself and my parents and sometimes my cousin, whether or not she was living with us at the time. It would be the two sons of my great aunt. So one son, well, they were both cousins to my mom, okay? One guy, he was pretty much always single. His name was Uncle Michael.
Uncle
And
Michael.
then there was my godfather and his family. So it was him and his wife and their three daughters. And their three daughters range in age. One was older than me, one's about my age, and one's younger than me, okay? And then the parents of his wife's parents. It's hard to explain. Basically, how do I explain this?
Oh my god.
And then
This word soup.
the parents of his wife's.
The parents of his wife's parents. What?
One's about my age and one's younger than me. Okay, and then the parents of his wife's parents. It's hard to explain. Basically, how do I explain this?
Oh my god.
My godfather's parents.
This story is a jumbled mess. We went from fucking aunts and uncles to cousins to then like the parents of a guy, like godparents. Like what?
In-law. There you go. My godfather's in-law.
Now it's godfather. Now it's a godfather. But what about Uncle Mike? Wait, is this the uncle or the cousin or the who?
So they were kind of like the grandparents from that side of the family, while my great aunt and uncle were kind of the grandparents from our side of the family. Although it's funny because none of them were my grandparents. So you might say to yourself, Phil, we're your real grandparents and all. While my great aunt and uncle were kind of the grandparents from our side of the family. Although it's funny because none of them were my grandparents.
Then why do you call them grandparents? That's kind of weird.
So you might say to yourself, Phil, we're your real grandparents in all of this. What happened?
What happened?
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, when I was very young, both of my mom's parents died. I forget how her mother died, but I know her father had lung cancer from smoking his whole life.
This dude, man. So remember that one rant, that one thing he yelled at? He yelled at Chris, saying, "Oh, now he's gonna be cancer. I know people who died from fucking cancer." Is this the guy that he knows that he never met? Because he never met his Well, no, wait, hold up. Did he meet him or not?
I hate to say it, when I was very young, both of my mom's parents died.
Oh, very young.
So
either he was young enough to not remember meeting them, or young enough to see them and then understand that it was a very short amount of time or whatever. I mean, okay.
I forget how her mother died, but I know her father had lung cancer from smoking his whole life. My dad's parents, I don't know where the hell they are. I've never met them, and I guess they moved away at some point. From what I'm to understand, this is what happened. My dad and my mom, when they were going out and they were younger, they were a very contentious couple, meaning no one really agreed to their relationship. Their parents didn't like it, especially my dad's parents didn't like it. And so they basically kind of almost disowned him, where they don't talk to him anymore or anything. I've never met my dad.
This is good to tell us, because what the fuck did his mom do? Like, what was the red flag that they're like, I don't like this guy, Papa Burnell or Dave Burnell. I think she might be bad, and he's like, no, fuck you, I'm marrying her, and then like, okay, like why? Was it because she was part Polish? That's kind of fucked up. I don't know.
Parents, they're alive somewhere, but I never will. I guess they have absolutely no interest in me whatsoever. You know what? Out of sight, out of mind.
And then the narcissism continues. They have no interest in me. Phil, if they never talk to your dad, how the fuck would they know you exist? But no, they had to know he's around. He was born! They have to know that a Phil Burnell exists. And it says, out of sight, out of mind!
If you don't care about me, I don't care about
They don't care about me. I don't care about you. You know what I mean?
About you. That's kind of the attitude I've always taken my whole life. No hard feelings. I don't even know who they are. So how could I have hard feelings? You know what? Out of sight, out of mind. If you don't care about me, I don't care about you. That's kind of the attitude I've always taken my whole life. No hard feelings. I don't even know who they are. So how could I have hard feelings? Right?
This dude, like, really wanted to try to have some emotional issue about it. And it's like, you never met them. What kind of, like, thing would you really have? Like, he acts as if it's because, like, yeah, if you lose a birth parent or just a parent, you know, I could see that being like traumatic or am I like weigh on you in some way. But a grandparent, like, I don't know if that necessarily would be that deep, like unless the grandparent was raising you, that's one thing. But he was being raised by his parents, and this dude is like, God, my dad on my mom's side, my grandpa on my mom's side died to lung cancer, and I don't know where my dad's parents are. Like, dude, like, yeah, that sucks. But it's like he wants to be like he wants to be such a sad story, and it's like I don't know, whatever,
Right?
right?
So basically, my side of the family, I mean, my mom has a brother. He moved to California. We never see him anymore. My dad has two sisters. It was only very recently that he had a reconciliation with them, and now they actually talk and do stuff. But I haven't seen them in 100 years. Yeah, my family is basically a weird one. We all had relationships, and then people just
It's
decided to throw
weird.
them away.
What?
And I just haven't seen some of these people in years. But the thing was, it was never me. It was never me basically
Not
saying I don't
me.
want to have a relationship with you. It was more like them disowning parts of the family behind the scenes. It was like, what is it? So I'm digressing. Obviously, I just wanted to explain to you why I'm not talking about G. My mom's brother or my grandparents. That's why they were never in the picture. So really,
What?
from my child
Okay.
life, my great aunt and great uncle were like
Wait, I just want to hear
weird
that
one.
again.
We all had relationships, and then people just decided to throw them away. And
But you just said your dad was talking to his sisters again, but they threw that away? With this logic, I guess DSP threw out his relationship with his parents away when he moved to Seattle. Oh wait, no, it's different because he tried to get them to move to Seattle too, and they didn't want to leave because they're fucking stupid, right? Okay.
I just haven't seen some of these people in years. But the thing was, it was never me. It was never me basically saying I don't want to have a relationship with you. It was more like them disowning parts of the family behind the scenes. It was like, what is it? So I'm digressing. Obviously, I just wanted to explain to you why I'm not talking about G. My mom's brother or my grandparents. That's why they were never in the picture.
My mom's
So really,
brother.
from my child life, my great aunt and great uncle were like my grandmother and grandfather. And my great aunt was great about it. She used to take me places and stuff, just like a regular grandmother. And I was really appreciative of that because I didn't have any grandparent who I could get that kind of relationship with. So we would all go over there, and my grandmother would have Christmas music playing. The Christmas tree would be up. When I was much younger, she had a nice dog, a German Shepherd. But of course, all dogs pass away.
All
But
dogs
that was
pass
cool
away.
having a dog around. And what we would do is we would go over there, and at first we would have some kind of snacks. So you go over there, and the first wave was like snacks going around. Here, you want some fried dough. Fried dough was huge in my family. Everyone loved the fried dough. Okay.
They loved it.
Ooh. And then we would have Christmas dinner. And Christmas dinner, of course, you'd have all the adults. So you had my mom and dad, um, my uncle Michael, my godfather, and his wife, and her parents, all at the adults table. And every once in a while, there'd be other invited guests, like my Uncle Michael. Maybe if he had a girlfriend or whatever, she'd be there. And it was the kids' table. It was myself, my
I
cousin,
think he said like
and the
that
three
Uncle Mike was like a
daughters of my
player.
godfather. They're my second cousins, by the way. And, we would all eat, and then we'd digest for a little bit. Everyone would have like a snack, like a cookie or tea.
Even back then, he was saying digest as if it was like an action. Guys, I was digesting food. Okay.
after dinner, and then my great uncle would dress up like Santa Claus, which is so funny. Because I'll admit, I mean, it's funny how I can think back and I can still remember. I was fooled. I thought that was Santa. I swear I thought he was Santa until finally it kind of, one year dawned on me. That's my great uncle. You know what I mean? So he would come out. Oh ho ho! It was funny because my great uncle is skinny. So he'd puff himself up with like a pillow,
Funny.
and he'd put it in his
Guys.
shirt, and he'd come out as Santa, and oh, it was great. We would sit on his lap. What do you want for Christmas? And we'd tell him, and then he would give us some presents. Like there was always a stocking full of presents that we would get, and we would open them up, and we would do stuff, play with the toys or candy or whatever it was that the presents were. What other things happened? Oh, so some interesting, funny things. My great aunt is the kind of woman, and I know all of you probably have one in your family too, refuses to accept that food has an expiration date. Unless it's like something that gets moldy, all right? So we'd go over her place and she'd put out this Christmas candy, right? And the one that always got me would be licorice or that fucking candy ribbon shit. I don't know who on the planet likes the candy ribbon stuff. I need to know. Because you have problems if you like that stuff. It's gross, all right?
Yes.
But you go to get the piece of candy. She had like a candy dish, and you pick it up to eat it. You're like, oh, this is here for Christmas. And you go and you're like, why is it rock hard? You're like, you get something that normally should be soft. Like, oh, my tooth. You find out it's like ancient. She would leave out ancient candy as like booby traps. Like, what is wrong with you?
Ancient candy.
So we'd purposely wait and not eat that candy and wait for her to bring out like the new candy.
To bring out the new candy. It sounds like the aunt or whatever was doing it as a joke. Like she pulled a prank. I'm gonna give them this, and like they're gonna be like fucking disgusted and shit, and they'll give them the real deal. That's what it sounds like. But to DSP, oh, she kept the expired shit. DSP usually like the expiration is like, sure, it's like, hey, be careful, but you could kind of go a few days after it. Like, just because a milk carton says like, oh, expires like December 23rd, doesn't mean it's gonna be poisonous the 24th. You're probably gonna want to drink it probably before like January 1st, obviously, but I mean, come on.
Christmas candy, pretty funny. And then of course, as we began to grow up and become more young adults than just children, we would start to see the cynical side of things. And so my Uncle Michael, for whatever reason,
we saw the cynical side of things. This dude talks like as if he's like in some kind of novel. When we got older, we saw the cynical side of things.
don't know why.
And okay, let's keep that in mind. We're gonna start seeing cynical shit.
He would wear a pair of snakeskin boots on Christmas Eve. I don't know if he did it as a joke. See, now that I'm an adult, I would say, if I was stupid, I would, Christmas Eve, I'll wear my cowboy hat around or something, as an inside joke. But
an inside joke to who?
The kids, we would make so much fun of him behind his back.
What? But so where's the cynicism? He wore boots. When we were kids, we made fun of him. As an adult, I don't know why he wore them? What? Okay.
He's like, he thinks he's a fucking cowboy. He's walking around the house in snakeskin boots like he's gonna wrangle something up. He looks like an idiot. We're not in Texas. What the hell is he doing? Pretty funny.
I like that DSP says this while he bought a $200 fucking cowboy hat. He says this and bought a fucking cowboy hat. I don't know why. So like, I've never met. Why does the Burnell family have such southern taste? I have never seen anyone in Connecticut wear fucking cowboy hats, cowboy shoes, or any of this. I've never seen it. Is this a Bridgeport thing? If I go to Bridgeport, is it gonna be like going to like the Old West? Is it gonna be like cowboys walking down the streets? Are they just gonna come by and be like, yo, no, they don't say yo. Howdy, partner, and they tip their fucking hat? Is that what I'm gonna see if I go to Bridgeport? No one dresses like this. And yet DSP has an uncle that has cowboy boots and he has a cowboy hat. What? What the fuck is this family? And honestly, you know the way that they talk and all this stuff, they sound like such southern people. Like they would belong in Tennessee, Texas, Arizona, like that area of states. I wouldn't think about it. But they tell me, but he says that he's from Connecticut, and it's like I don't get it. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's from Connecticut. It sounds insane. I don't know. I've never met anyone like DSP in Connecticut, and I've lived here my life.
Um, so that was just a few of the little things that would happen. Okay. Then once all that was done, we all had our presents. We would head home, and it was actually perfect because when I was a kid, when you're out and you have a day like that, you're overtired now because you've been out all day. You were all Santa was here, and you had your presents. So we would go home with all my presents from there. I would pretty much pass right the hell out. I would wake up the next morning, and yes, I was one of those annoying kids that would wake up at like 4 in the morning to go look at my presents. There were years where I knew my parents wouldn't want me to get up at 4 in the morning, so I would go downstairs because my bedroom was upstairs in my parents' house. I would sneak downstairs to look at the presents. I would.
What?
I would sneak downstairs to look at the presents. I'm like, ooh, look at all those presents. Because here's what my parents would do.
Wow, he snuck to just look at boxes.
They would only
Okay.
put a few presents under the tree, and then Christmas night they would go out and put out even more presents and say, "Oh, those are from Santa" or whatever. So it was funny. And then one year I actually caught them putting the presents out, and that was really, if I remember correctly, it was a combination that year. Two things happened. I
Combination.
remember the. Yeah, I remember. I remember the year when I found out that there was no Santa Claus. There's no Santa Claus. Well, if you're watching my content, I think you pretty much know there's no Santa Claus.
But Phil, what if OIC was watching at the time when he was just a kid?
All right.
All
Um,
right.
the year was I remember distinctly. It was the month of December, and I was watching QVC, and one of the women who was selling a product said, "Oh, isn't it just a shame when finally you had to tell them that there was no Santa, or when the kids realize there's no Santa and they don't, wait up for him anymore?" And the woman actually got fired.
That's kind of fucked up to get fired over that. Now, I like how she gets fired over it, but DSP says on stream and he's like, you guys know there's no such thing as Santa. What if that woman thought that? Because what kid fucking watches QVC? Yes, I'm a kid. I always watch QVC, man. It's a happening place. Okay. I mean, I guess technically it would be like, family because, the parent might be watching and the kids just in the room. Sure, but come on. But yeah, she gets fired for saying that, but DSP can say it and it's okay. Pretty cool, huh? And she got fired for that. I feel sorry for her. That's a stupid ass reason to be fired. But I love that he says that. Oh, he caught. Oh, did he say it before or after?
I remember this. It was in the news. The woman got fired from QVC, but
It was in the news.
because she admitted on TV there's no Santa Claus, and there was high potential that kids were probably watching the show. So she admitted this, and that was the year I was like, "There's no Santa Claus." So I remember that year I snuck downstairs around like midnight, 1 in the morning, when my parents were putting the presents out, and I caught them putting the presents out, and I said, "Ah."
That's. Wait, so. Was there really QVC? It sounds like to me. He snuck down, saw them put the presents out, and that's how he figured it out. And then later on, read a news story about a QVC person being fired for saying there's no Santa, and said, "Oh, that's gonna be how I found out about Santa," because he thought that'd be more interesting to tell on a podcast than uh him actually having to tell him that he snuck out to see his parents do it. Because that makes no sense. He sits through a QVC ad, says there's no Santa, and it's like, I'm gonna go see it for myself. I guess it's to investigate. I guess, but whatever.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, oh God, everyone in the stream chat just heard that I said there's no Santa. They're flipping out. Oh, there's no Santa. All right.
Man, even had that
Okay.
laugh back
So,
then. Wow.
sorry, I got distracted. So, Christmas morning,
That's not it.
I would get up as early as possible. That was feasible. I would run downstairs. I would tear open my presents. There'd be wrapping paper everywhere. And this, someone asked me this on Hate Live last week. Some of the best presents I've ever gotten. I can tell you right now some of the things that I remember. I mentioned on Ask the King, a giant He-Man thing that was like Eternia. It was this huge multi-castle thing. It was so big that we had to build it in the attic because there was no room even in my room to do it. We built it in the freaking attic, so I would go up there and play with it with all my He-Man figures. Obviously, excuse me, some years I got things like the Nintendo Entertainment System. One year I got the Super NES. That was a huge year. I remember that year was the year of gaming. I remember the feeling of getting that Super NES and plugging in the new game smell used to have with a new console and plopping in some of the best games I've ever played in my life, like Super Mario World, Mario Kart, that kind of stuff. I was so blown away by the Super NES when I got it. It was one of my favorite game consoles of all time. Trying to think of anything else notable that stands out. I actually remember later on I got a few PlayStation games. I remember when PlayStation 1 was out. One year I got Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil, and something else. And I played Metal Gear Solid for like 10 minutes. I never played it again. I just had to throw that in there. It's true, though. I just had to throw that in there, though. Okay. So, Christmas Day traditions. What do you do during the day? Well, it varied. It usually varied. Usually, my great aunt would actually visit us on Christmas Day because we visited her the night before. She would come visit us on Christmas Day, and we'd have some tea and relax and exchange gifts, stuff like that. I'm trying to think other family. I mean, at one point, my godfather's family was visiting us every year, and then they stopped. And I think it's because they actually lived pretty far away. There was like a 45-minute drive. So after a couple years of that, when we were younger kids, we said, we'll just do the Christmas Eve because that's enough for us to travel together rather than keep driving. Sometimes my mother's other aunt, who I really don't know her that well, her name's Auntie Midge, would come and visit. Midge. When my mother's brother lived in Connecticut, he would visit with his family, but then they moved to California, so I haven't seen them in 100 years. So it would be a day where people would stop by and visit, okay? And then during the day, obviously I'd be playing with my toys all day pretty much. I'd be occupied. And then for dinner, traditionally we would have a Christmas dinner of ham. A lot of people, the turkey. Christmas dinner is all about turkey. I don't know where that tradition comes from because isn't Thanksgiving about turkey? You know what I mean? Like you watch that movie A Christmas Story and the guy's like, oh, Dad was a turkey man and he couldn't wait for Christmas turkey. But you just had turkey at Thanksgiving. So why are you dying for a turkey at Christmas? I don't know where that tradition comes from. Well, my family, it was always ham, a big Christmas ham we would have. Similar to, say, the Grinch, how the Grinch stole Christmas, how the Who's had the roast beast. That's kind of what we did. And we would have ham with different things. I believe my mom would always make Italian manicotti, which is a piece of pasta that's rolled around ricotta cheese with sauce on top and more melted cheese on top of that. Pineapple, because pineapple with the ham, so we'd have pieces of pineapple. Oh, what else would she make? Oh, man. It's funny because she still makes it. She's going to make it this year. I can't even remember what the hell it is. I'm an idiot. I think she would make some kind of potato, either baked potato or something like that. I'm not 100% on that. Jeez. Oh, a big Christmas tradition, which we don't do anymore, was petite fours. Or some people call them pedophores. Well, I think that a lot of Americans just call them petite fours.
I wonder why they went with petite fours and not pedophores. I wonder why.
What those are little pastry candy combinations. It's really unique. It's like a miniature cake with layers of cake and frosting or jelly that's then coated with a confectionery, whether it's chocolate or white chocolate or something like that. And then usually they either do a design or they sprinkle stuff on top. We actually had this tree, this plastic tree that was a holder, and each branch you would put a petit four or petite four, whatever you want to call it, and we would eat them off the tree. Oh, we loved it as kids. We loved that thing. We also had oh no, what's it called? Oh, we still do it to this day, and I can't remember what it's called. It's basically it's Italian toffee or taffy. Oh, this is gonna kill me that I can't remember what the name of this is because they still get it today. Shit. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to focus. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. Christmas, Italian, tradition, toffee? No. Taffy? Motherfucker. Christmas in Italy. Christmas traditions.
Christmas in Italy.
It's not on
I
here.
gotta
This is
look at Christmas in
super
Italy.
Traditional. All right. I can't remember what it's called, but what it basically is, it's a heavily whipped kind of a toffee, and in it is little nuts, right? And then on the sides of it, there's wafers, and it's just so unique. It's like nothing else. And you buy it, and they have different flavors. They have vanilla, chocolate, orange, lemon. They had like one or two others as well, and they're just so different. It's so different from anything else you would eat, and it's like a Christmas tradition in Italians to get these things. I can't remember the name of it. No, it's not truffles. Everyone's trying to guess in the stream chat. I can't put my finger on what it's called. It's not a truffle. Oh my god! I guarantee you, I'm gonna eat it this next week at Christmas. I'm gonna be like, fuck! I can't believe I couldn't remember what it was on Hate Live. Oh. It's not a truffle. All right, guys. I give up. I sorry, I can't remember the name of it. They're not truffles. That's not what they are. Shit. Yeah, it's kind of a nougat-y thing. Yeah, Lord Dark Soldier says, is it nougat? Yeah, it's kind of like nougat almost. Yes. Nougat with nuts in it and wafers on the side. Why can't I remember what it's called? No one knows what it is.
Guys,
someone else says they knows what I'm talking about, but they forgot the name. Spaghetti? Yeah, it's spaghetti.
Spaghetti. That was pretty funny.
So that was great. Those things were great. I absolutely love those.
I love that his chat's funnier than him.
After visiting,
that's his Christmas thing. It's spaghetti. Yeah.
And having Christmas dinner, we would kind of just settle in the living room at night, that Christmas night, in front of the beautiful Christmas tree. We would dim the lights and just kind of relax. We'd have tea and cookies and stuff, and just sit there and be like, 2 hectic days of fun and family, and now finally, it's over, and the next day is going to pretty much be back to normal life. But Christmas was a big thing. I really loved Christmas. It was a build up for me. In my life has always been a series of like looking forward to the next big thing. And I have to say something, and this is kind of unique. Since I started on YouTube,
his life is so unique, guys. His life is unique. It's very unique.
Content. I'm not like that anymore. I used to be the kind of person I'd be like, I just got to get through today, another shitty day. But in 2 weeks, I'm going on this trip, or in 2 weeks, I've got this coming up, or in a month, this coming up, Christmas is coming up. I was always one of those people always looking forward to the next fun thing rather than focusing on the here and now. I really feel that, like, right now, every day is a great day, really. Even though there are bad days, every day I get to wake up, I get to do what I like to do for a living, and I don't have to, I have to suffer through stuff to get to that.
But, Phil, no, dude. This year's supposed to suck. In 2021 and 2020 and even 2019, that is when your life gets better. This sucks. You're supposed to say this is like a chore, it's a grind. I just love that it's always been this way for Phil. Current year is great, positive. The previous year sucked ass, terrible, stupid, get it out of here. Next year's gonna be the best thing ever. That's always been with him. Always.
The next good thing. I have fun every day.
Yeah, it's fun every day, guys.
My life is so much different since I got to do this, and I do want to say during this holiday season, thank you to everyone who's ever, in past, present, or future, been a viewer, been a supporter, been a fan. You got to understand that you guys have changed my life. You make it such a positive experience, regardless of any kind of, nonsense that happens and creeps up. As you can see,
Now I
I'm
love that
stronger
he's
than ever.
like this only in December. Only in December. He's thankful for his viewers. Ah.
I'm not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how many thousands of little infants are going to turn me into try to make a laughing
Hey,
stock.
I will say I do love that he called us infants. That is funny. We're part of CD Baby. CD Baby is the leader of the infant army. CD Baby is coming with his army of infants.
Out of me. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm pushing it forward strong. 2014 is going to be a great year. I know it. Regardless of all the nonsense that's going on right now with YouTube and all this stuff. And it's very easy to focus only on the negative stuff when there's a lot of it. What you got to do is really focus on the positive stuff. Right now, I get to do a fun thing every single day is my job. I get to, share it with you right now in this kind of special way. I absolutely love it. And I thank everyone out there, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Because you made this possible for me. And, I know it. I know that even though I was the one giving entertaining content, it's your viewership that allows me to survive. And thank you so much for that. I just want to say thank you to everyone, but also Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Festivus, whatever it is that you may be celebrating. If you do celebrate a holiday right now, have a happy one, have a good one. Don't take things for granted. A lot of people say, oh, I got to go meet with my family now and I got to do this. And don't be like that, all right? Because I can definitely tell you from my perspective, right now, I don't have a lot of family. Really, right now in Connecticut, I've got my parents.
I don't have a lot of family. What about now? You have your parents, Kat, Jasper. What about Kat's parents? Are they part of the family or not? Guess not.
Once in a while, I see my cousin. I got my great aunt, and that's
Once
about it.
in a while, he sees
I don't
his
really
cousin.
talk to anyone else. There's no
Okay.
family or anywhere nearby. I do miss the days when I was a kid, when I had a family and we would have these great holiday traditions. And it was funny because, of course, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, we got to go do that. We got to go see this person. But now I'm different. Now I really do feel things are different now. Things are I'm in a whole new perspective of my life where I wish that I still had that. So don't take it for granted if you have it. Whether people annoy you or not, learn to have a sense of humor and laugh with it and live with those people and cherish these times.
Laugh with it.
Because you
what if they're awful people? What if their family is toxic, DSP? Should they laugh with them? What if they they don't accept you for who they are? Should they be okay with that? I mean, I know that's not what he's saying, to be honest. I mean, it is kind of a very specific thing to sit through to say in criticism of this, but it's too preachy. That's the
not
clown
always
world.
have them. Okay? Here's hoping that in a year's time, I'm not here. That I'm in my new home with Panda Lee. We're starting our own family, and that doesn't mean that I'm trying to have kids right away. I mean that when we live together, that we'll have our own family, it would be considered. We start our own traditions, And that's just it.
I just love that when he was with Leanna, he made it. He went out of his way to make sure we know that they're not getting super intimate, because we're not having kids. Don't worry, we're not having kids. Then when he engaged, we're not getting married. It's just a promise that we will get married someday. And yet with Kat, instant marriage, instant. But Panda Leash, we have to wait. Did he even want to be with her? It is just funny to me that with Kat, he did all this stuff so fast for her. But Leanna, it's he was terrified of marrying her. So that tells me that the only reason he was with Leanna was because she was young. He was like, oh, she's young and cute, this and that, and then I realized that he didn't like her personality. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to marry this. Uh-oh. Good thing she left, right? That's so fucking weird and creepy and odd and damn, you know?
at that level of my life where I'm ready to move to the next level. I'm ready to start my own stuff. Rather than living in the past and all the things that have passed by and I've lost, it's time to move forward positively to the future. And I hope that you and yours have a very, very happy, safe, and fun holiday season. Okay? All right. So that's it for back in the day. It was a pretty good segment, right? All right, so right now I'm going to go on a short break. Wait a minute. A Toroni! Someone's got it! Toroni! Yes! Toroni is the holiday food. That's what it's called. Toroni. Thank you. Thank you. You got it. Yes, Toroni. It's holiday victory. Toroni. I'll be eating Toroni
Holiday
this week.
victory.
I love it. Okay. All right, so thanks, everyone. I'm now going to take a short break. We'll be right back. And when we come back, it's going to be the holiday Q&A. I hope they've submitted good questions. Or were they a bunch of screw?
I hope they asked a bunch of questions.
I'm now going to take a short break.
What
we'll
a
be right back.
what a great way to talk to your
holiday
audience.
Q&A. I hope they've submitted good questions. Or were they a bunch of Scrooges? We're about to find out. So,
Wow, he's so positive about his audience. You ask me questions. Are they good? Probably not.
I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Hate Live returns very shortly. And of course, if you're on YouTube, just click the timestamp to skip this break.
All right, will do. Wow, super deep into chat. Look how deep he's in. Why did...
Minute delayed, so I'm waiting. Hold on, everybody. Wow.
Wow. You know, I'm liking this content. This
And
is
I'm a
good
minute
content.
delayed, so I'm waiting. Hold on, everybody.
Drop it a like.
Take it out of sub mode, please.
Sub mode? Why is it sub mode?
This sucks because everyone's a minute delayed. Ugh. Just sitting here.
I thought you didn't do sub mode. Only when Leanna was there he did sub mode. Now he did sub mode for this?
Okay, wow. Here comes a flood of questions. I'm looking for good questions. Hold on. I already explained about 5 times what I'll do if I leave Connecticut regarding co-op. I'm not going to repeat myself again on that one. Dash Zero asks, have I considered a segment on Hate Live where I talk about gaming from a business perspective? Maybe, I guess what he's thinking is maybe I'll pull sales numbers and stuff like that. I mean,
sales numbers?
I could do that, but I've never really been that.
Would that really be a fun podcast to watch? Alright, everyone, let's talk about the business of video games, okay? So we have, like, Nintendo. They released the Wii U. Now look at the sales numbers. It's a projected loss. Yeah, that I'm sure that'd be rad.
That much behind the scenes kind of a thing.
Okay,
I don't know if I would make it a segment on Hate Live. It may be a new show. I'm actually toying with a few things in 2014 that may be new stuff that I do. Every year, you know, I like to reinvent myself a little bit, not just do the same stuff over and over. I mean, that was that stagnation in 2012 that I really feel kind of killed a few things for me. So, it's a possibility. Maybe I will do it from a business perspective. I don't know, but it's a possibility.
Oh, I did that.
Have I ever found myself in a situation where I was slapped across the face by a woman for saying something crude to her? Absolutely not. The most embarrassing thing that probably I ever said in front of a woman at my former office job, this was actually.
Oh, fuck.
There was this girl named Kim. Now, she was in her, I believe, mid-20s like I was at the time. And, it was weird because she always had a different color hair. Like, at one point, her hair was black, then she dyed it blonde, and it was like dirty blonde. And I remember one day I was just genuinely curious, and I was like, gee, your hair looks nice like that. Thing that probably I ever said in front of a woman at my former office job, this was actually. There was this girl named Kim. Now she was in her, I believe, mid-20s, like I was at the time,
Oh, this is
and
good. This is a good story.
it was weird
Get a
because
load
she
of
always had a
this.
different color hair. Like at one point, her hair was
So
black, and
weird.
she
She
dyed it
changed her hair, dude.
blonde, and it was like dirty blonde. And I remember one day I was just genuinely curious, and I was like, "Gee, your hair looks nice like that, but why did you color it a different color?" And I can't remember what the question was, but basically what it came down to is she admitted that basically her hair was prematurely white. Like she's in her mid-20s and her hair was white. And so she had to
Whoa.
dye it to even get any pigment in it. I guess it was some kind of a hair disorder. And she was very embarrassed that I would ask. She says, "Boy, you don't have many manners, do you, that you would ask that kind of question?" I'm like, "What do you mean?"
What do you
She
mean?
goes, "That was very rude that you would ask that publicly." And I was like, "What?"
What?
Like, I was like, "What are you talking about?" I says, "You can ask me anything you want. I don't give a shit. I'm
I don't care. You can ask whatever you want. Okay, Phil, why is your beard patchy? Why are you asking such personal questions? That's rude. Now they're asking me why my hairline's fucked up? Yeah, get that ass man, bitch. But why was it rude to ask a woman why her hair is a different color? Just out of the blue. Like, you don't know who this person is, and you're just gonna ask, "Hi, why is their hair a different color?" Like, that's kind of rude. It is kind of rude, DSP.
not, I don't think it's rude. I think that you're just oversensitive." And then I pointed to my
Oversensitive.
receding hairline. And I said,
Man, that
"Don't
sounds
worry,
like...
because every time I wash my hair, I lose a little bit more here. So maybe you're dyeing your hair to hide it."
Dude, this dude sounds like such an asshole. Holy shit. That's rude. No, you see, like, I had a headline, like, Jesus, dude. Let's hear that again.
I don't think it's rude. I think that you're just oversensitive.
You're
And then I pointed
oversensitive.
to my receding hairline. And I said, "Don't worry, because every time I wash my hair, I lose a little bit more here. So maybe you're dyeing your hair to hide it. This is kind of hard to hide." But it wasn't like she was going to slap me or anything. It was just kind of a weird thing where she was like offended that I would ask that, and I was like, "Why would you be offended?"
I just love that it's like, that's the weird thing, that she was offended. Not that he asked a personal question that she didn't want to answer to a guy she doesn't know. Like, she doesn't know who this guy is, and for him to randomly ask, like, "Hey, what's up? Why is your hair a different color?" Like, that is kind of rude. DSP, come on.
I don't even understand. Like me, because I guess I have such tough skin.
Such
Like,
tough
why would you be
skin.
offended at a question like that? I don't know.
This dude gets offended all the
Alright, what else
time
do
if
we
you
got?
ask him about his fucking hair. But he should be okay to ask her a question about her hair. Okay, I agree.
We got, if
He
I
was
could go
being
back in
overly
time and
sensitive.
change something that happened in my life, what would I
Because
change?
apparently, if it's something
Obviously,
about
what I would
whatever.
do is I would
Time for
spend
sarcastic
my
answer.
teenage years working like I did, but instead of blowing all the money to go play competitive Street Fighter, I would invest it all in Apple stock. Right? And then
Right?
right now, I'd be on my own island in the Caribbean, surrounded by bronzed supermodel women, being handed, luxurious drinks, my body being rubbed down with many kind of luxurious oils, my feet be having a nice pedicure, and that's what life would be if I could go back in time, right? But we can't. That's what I mean. Everything is in hindsight. Everything is you wish you knew stuff, but you don't.
Yeah, my favorite saying. Hindsight, it's the thing you look back on and wish you could do better. Great saying. One of the best.
Live your life the best you can. If you're asking me if I have any regrets, no, I really don't.
No.
I'm going to say this. I don't live my life in a way that has regrets. I've taken chances in my life. Some were dumb, some weren't so dumb. And, they've gotten me to where I am. And life is an ongoing struggle. There are some people who are so rich that they never really have adversity. But the adversity that I had has made me a better person, has made me a stronger person. And the choices I made, I stand by. Okay? That's what being a responsible adult and a man is. Owning up to what you've done rather than saying,
Wait,
the choices I struggle. There are some people who are so rich that they never really have adversity, but the adversity that I had has made me a better person, has made me a stronger person. And
yes, the adversity had made him a stronger person. Of begging strangers to give him money to put on a vest. What's he doing now? This is another preview of what's to come. Let's see. Let's go to DSP Gaming. What's he doing? Is this a success or is it not? Oh my god, guys! Guys, it's a success. Holy shit, he changed his fucking thing. And it's worse than it was before. Which vest is Metroid? This, okay, you know what? Let's talk about these fucking questions. It's fucking stupid, okay? Enough with is which item is game best? He's so it's such a lame. I'm gonna report it. Yeah, report bull. Unwanted commercial content or spam, pornography or sexually explicit material, child abuse, hate speech or graphic violence. Unwanted commercial content. I don't want to fucking I don't want to hear about fucking vests. Okay, I'm tired of it. Well, I want to see. Does he know the trick to this fight? There's a secret way to beat it.
Oh, there we go.
I guess not. I have a feeling he's gonna do it. He's gonna be like, "Wow, man, look at this!"
Not a lot of missiles.
I have a feeling he knows. Someone must have told him.
Okay. What the fuck? I don't know what I'm supposed to do when he does that.
Wow. He doesn't know what to do when he does that. Oof. Wow, this is pretty bad. But you know, I'm glad. I just love that he has this because he's fucking threatening them over this fucking game. When did he get the fucking money for this fucking shit? Well, I guess it was an easy climb because Jim gave him $100. But you know what? Guilt tripping, threatening always works. There's a quote that he had that he said something along the lines of he knew that people would tip if he gave them an ultimatum or some shit. This dude loves doing that. Ugh.
And the choices I made, I stand by. Okay, that's what being a responsible adult and a man is. Owning up to what you've done rather than saying, "Oh, I wish I could change the past."
Owning up. As he says in this video, he's never gonna play Nintendo games ever again. Never again will he play a Nintendo game. In 2013, in the year 2014, he'll never play a Nintendo game. Okay.
This and that. No, you need to own every decision you've ever made, and that way you don't feel like, "Oh, wimp," and I wish I could have wishy-washy. I wish I could have gone back. No, I'm not like that.
Wishy-washy, dude.
Let's see here.
Let's see.
Would I ever consider getting back into lifting weights and living a more active lifestyle if I got back surgery and my back was fixed? Lifting weights, no. Because I'll tell you right now, it's too risky. Even if I had my back repaired in any way, lifting weights is always going to have a massive potential to re-injure. But being more active, sure. I used to have an exercise bike. And every day when I got home from work,
he had a
I would
bike.
run on that exercise bike for about 45 minutes, like big high resistance, while I watched a movie or something, and I burnt massive calories. I was a much healthier person. I just can't.
Why doesn't he do that now?
Because if I were to do that, I would hurt my back. So yeah,
riding
I
a
would
bike would
probably
hurt
do
his
more
back.
cardio style stuff. I wouldn't do weightlifting.
Oh, weightlifting. Okay, so why not do the cardio stuff then? You notice how he never does any cardio at all, but yet he's so healthy now that he was before. Okay. I agree. Deep into chat. Is this computer on the fucking floor? Why is he looking so down to read the chat? Like, this is how he reads the chat.
Someone's asking, how do I intend to tackle Watch Dogs?
I guess he gets off to looking down on his chat.
Gaming, and they put a bounty on my head in games where I could be invaded. First of all, I have no idea what that aspect of Watch Dogs is. I don't know if people can just willy-nilly invade your game and do stuff. I don't know. If it's something that's so stupid and it hinders me, it's called unplug from the internet. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna do the same thing with Dark Souls 2. I'll try to play it. If I got too many assholes being dicks, unplug from the internet and play the game. Let's see.
Let's see. What's going on in DSP chat at this point? I like how he always has his chat in such a bad position. There he has it on the floor. Now he has like
questions going on. Come on, guys. I want to wrap this up. Let's get a few more good questions in here.
Like, why does he have such a bad set for his chat?
I haven't answered it in a long time. Someone's asking, since I started working on YouTube, what do my parents feel about it, and do they watch my content? First of all, absolutely not. No, they don't.
Absolutely not.
I've said this before. My parents pretty much don't get video games. They don't understand them. They're not entertained by them. The only video games my dad ever
They're not entertained, but my dad was entertained by one, but he's not.
Moon Patrol,
and
Ball Blazer on the original Atari. But after the Atari, he basically completely lost interest and never really cared about video games ever. My mom's never touched a video game, so there's no reason they would ever watch my content.
Why wouldn't they want to watch?
What do they think about it? I mean, they think it's great.
They wouldn't watch your content, but you don't have to like the fucking game, DSP. They don't want to have any interest in your fucking life. Okay, big ups.
That I found a way to support myself independently without having to be in this stupid corporate world where they could just willy-nilly decide to lay you off and shit.
Yes, I'm sure they feel that now, right? They proud that I'm not in the corporate world. YouTube is not corporate, guys. Big ups, he didn't have to put up with any major changes to his streaming or his videos. Like, he didn't get to be kicked out willy-nilly in any place. No way.
I'll be honest, for most of my life before YouTube, they thought it was a complete waste of time. They didn't support the fact that I wanted to be a competitive Street Fighter player. They never understood it. They thought that it was a big waste of time. In a lot of ways, I think the Street Fighter years were, because it really didn't go anywhere when you think about it.
Why do they have to go somewhere?
Time, it all
you don't want to do it for fun.
And now they're like
and they think it's a waste of time. I'm sorry, but like, you're spending time with other people doing something, and sure, it's not like it's not like super productive, but it's at least a social life, you know. And they didn't think that was good for him, like to spend time with other people. Wow, if they're spending time with other people, that sounds dumb. You shouldn't do that. Okay.
So it's kind of a mixed bag.
Mixed bag. You just see how my mom, like, I love that one time I had to explain to my mom what Twitch streaming is, because I one time like posted my Twitch link to my Facebook once, and she was like, "Why? What's this Twitch thing? What do you do?" And I was like, "Well, I stream a game, SMT3, and people just kind of relax and hang out." And she's like, "Why? Why would they watch that? Why would they watch you? Why would they care?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just play a game, and I beat up the Matador, I beat up all these fiends, I beat up enemies. It's pretty cool." "Yeah, but why? Why would they watch that? What's fun? What's fun about that?" It's like, well, it's me playing a game and talking to them. Why? Why would that? Why is that good? Why is that fun? Great stuff, I tell you. What's this Shin Megami Tensei? What is this? Why would they care? And then there's, oh my god, I talked about this on Twitter. So one time my mom tells me, right, she laughs and thinks it's funny that I review movies pretty much, like, I talk about what I think about movies on Twitter, Facebook, what have you, and she's like, "Oh, my son puts opinions about movies." Like, okay, yeah. She then tells me about this guy who does these videos that he's a channeler, where he channels spirits, and he does these weird noises, and he does this weird shit, and apparently, like, he has like a lot of money from it. And I just told her straight to her face, you cannot make fun of me about me doing movie reviews ever again. I don't want to hear it. After seeing that, it's like, yeah, okay, you think I'm funny for, at least I give coherent fucking content. Blech. But we both had a laugh about it. It's all good. Don't worry, guys. I love my mom. I don't want to get people the wrong impression.
Looking for good
She's
questions.
a very unique individual, okay? And that's what makes her great. I wouldn't want her to be any other way. Really deep in chat. God damn.
Someone says,
okay,
Jealousy asks, if I switch networks and I'm not with Machinima anymore, would I consider keeping the network a secret so I can avoid trolls from submitting false complaints to the network? Has this become any type of problem with Machinima? No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
Machinima is savvy to the ways of the internet.
Yeah,
Machinima doesn't give a fuck.
Machinima is savvy.
If 1,000 people write them hate mail about how they hate me and I shouldn't be partnered with them, Machinima doesn't care. Here's what Machinima cares about. Does Phil put out original and creative content on a consistent basis? Does he monetize the videos per our contract? And does he, honor our contract? That's it. That's the extent of my relationship with Machinima. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Sound good?
Someone can whine and complain and stamp their feet to Machinima all they want, and it's not going to affect anything. And it would be the same thing with any partnered network. They're not going to give a shit that people are complaining. Now, false copyright claims is another thing entirely. That's for YouTube. That's not through my partner network. So YouTube has to deal with that. I can tell you this, since I've been with Machinima, no false copyright claims have been put against me. The only copyright claim I've gotten is the one from Sega that I got this week. That, by the way, SSOHPKC got the same strike. He disputed a binary domain video that it got content matched to Sega. He disputed it, and he got the copyright strike. It's not just us. A ton of people this week got copyright strikes from fucking Sega. So
fucking
Sega really is in trouble
piece of
because
shit.
they fucked their image over with gamers. And we're all waiting. Strike. It's not just us. A ton of people this week got copyright strikes from fucking Sega. So Sega really is in trouble because they fucked their image over with gamers. And we're all waiting to hear.
They got fucked over, all right.
I'm still waiting to hear resolution. That shit has to get removed because it's not a legit copyright strike. That's why I challenged them to take me to court. It's bullshit. But no, that's never going to affect me. I challenged them to take me to court. This isn't, again, so like I said, this isn't Blip TV. Blip TV is this little grassroots thing by this one company. And oh my God, we're getting complaints? Kick him off the website. Versus YouTube's like...
I love that Blip had people actually look at his content and made a decision. That's stupid. YouTube, a big fucking website, they have no one to really look at content and make decisions. And he's like, oh, they don't care. They're cool, dude.
Fuck that. We don't give a shit.
But they allow toxicity on their streams.
Crazy? I don't care.
Phil, remember, YouTube promoted the drama nonsense. But we're supposed to hate that. Come on. Now he's super deep into chat.
If I switch partners, will I have to remove all videos with the Machinima logo? No, because it's too bad. I mean, that's already there, and no, there's no way you could force someone to take down their own content. And at that point, when I created those videos, I was under contract, so there's really nothing they could do about it.
Nothing they could do. What if Machinima could claim those videos though? Their logo is in the video. That money should not be going to Phil. He's with Screenwave now. That's our video. It has our logo in it.
Someone's asking how many more times will I play Battlefield 4? As many as I want to. I mean, here's the thing. I've already said this. January is a dead month. So January, I'm going to be looking to really fill the time with different kinds of content. Battlefield is something that I can go back to, maybe once a week and play
once a week.
Regardless.
Now look at this. He's playing Battlefield 4 at this time. Once a week. And that's good. That's good enough for Phil. Phil now, I played Halo once a week, and that's not enough to hang. Man, this Phil did not give a fuck about being a tryhard online. Current day Phil, he has to be a tryhard. Has to be.
People are watching the hell out of it, which they're not. At least I can get some enjoyment out of it. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
And January is also going to be a month where I'm gonna need to fill the time.
Nice
So I'm gonna
burp.
probably start with a few games. Hold on a second, because here's the games I'm thinking of. Everybody, let me grab them. Put this down here.
Sorry for the stretch.
Alright. So the games that I'm seriously considering doing a playthrough of in January for downtime, the first one that I don't have here, because I don't have a copy of it physically, but I have it digitally, is Spider-Man Web of Shadows for the Xbox.
Okay,
that's one of my most viewed playthroughs on. The next game I'm considering doing a proper playthrough of is Lost Odyssey. I know this isn't the box for Lost Odyssey. This is a generic box, but I bought it. It's a very difficult JRPG, and for me to enable to do
Lost
it properly,
Odyssey.
what I'm going to have to do
never played
is
it.
play it during
To this day,
stream
he
time,
never
play it
played
in advance
it.
of the story, and then at night go and grind at night, probably on stream. That's what I'm going to have to do.
Dude, why the fuck did he buy the game that has the GameStop cover on it? I'd never buy that. Come on, this dude bought that? Ugh.
Because it's that hard. It requires a lot of grinding to get through parts of this game. It's a very difficult game. That's what I'm considering because I really enjoy that. Devil May Cry 3. That's right. I never played it. The Devil May Cry 3 HD remake. People
should play 2. I played 2. 2 is something.
Years. I'm considering Devil May Cry 3.
Imagine you played Devil May Cry 2.
And then last but not least, probably one of the ones I want to play more, but I don't know how much interest there would be, Blue Dragon. This is, again, one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. Had a blast playing it. I played the fuck out of it. I actually, when I played this before I was doing stuff for YouTube, it was actually that year before, that year of me recording, I believe. Let's see, 2007. All right, so it was actually the year before. I got every character to level 99. I maxed out every character. I got almost every achievement in the game. I think there's only one I didn't get. That's how much I loved this game. I love this game. The music, the story, the graphics, the characters, it's so good. It's so fucking good. But here's the problem.
Good?
I really want to play both of these games, but people fucking hate JRPGs.
They hate them.
What it is, this mentality that people dislike JRPGs. I'm tired of it. I like them.
Why not just play them?
I like JRPGs. I want to play them, and people are giving me blue balls because I wanted to play these all year, and every time I played a JRPG, no one fucking watched. What the fuck is wrong with people?
What's wrong with it?
Seriously. I want to hear from the stream chat right now.
He wants to, like, please his current viewers on JRPGs. Why not play JRPGs and try to build an audience with it? Like, that's like me, like, guys, I want to stream SMT3. I want to, but you guys never want to turn up. You guys only show up for the DSP content. What the fuck? It's like, you know, why I shouldn't have to worry about people who watch the videos. If you want to watch whatever you want to watch, that's fine. I should just focus on the audience that I have on each video. Like, if I'm streaming SMT3, the people that are there, that's who's there. And if people come by and check it out, and if more people come by, that's fine too. Like, that's like what I want. I want people to check stuff out and grow from that. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, guys, you need to turn up. You need to show up. Well, I want to do this. Well, I guess you want DSP content. I'll just have to focus on that. It's like, no. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm not gonna... because eventually people will show up to the stuff you want to do. You know, and it's not a quick thing. Like, I am now averaging on Twitch like 10 to 15 views, right? And that to me is like, that's honestly way more than I did like years ago. Like at most I would get like 5 viewers, maybe 10. But now it's like I'm getting to that good sweet spot that it's like, okay, at least there's like 10 to 15 people that are enjoying SMT3. That's something. But it's gonna take me a while to grow, and that might be many reasons.
Why is it that people hate JRPGs and won't watch playthroughs of them? I love them. They're so much fun. The stories are great. I just don't know. I just don't know.
I think it's just that you did so
See,
much side
boring.
stuff that it's like boring.
How is it boring? I don't get it. I'm from a different generation. I really am. I'm from a different generation.
Maybe
I grew up in a different
you're bored
era.
because he's
this
boring.
current generation just don't like the stuff that I liked. I think. I mean, let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
It is.
But I thought they're adults. They're
So,
adults. I mean,
I'm seriously considering playing some of these games or Spider-Man: Web of Shadows in January as something to kill time. All right. I'll probably take one more question from the chat, and then we'll end this. Let me put these back, and then I'll pick a question. The episode. Let's see.
last question. The pressure's on. Are we gonna end on a good question or a bad question?
I might want to go to the total recharge station. We couldn't do this black then because I couldn't figure out how to blow
He's
that
wearing
up.
the gold vest, guys. $200 super chat. Whoa, man! What a huge super chat. Holy shit! Wow, man.
I'm really not getting many good questions anymore.
Not getting good questions anymore. Oh, that notification is
come on!
really long. Okay, there you go.
They won't let me land.
What?
Yo, why am I sliding off the edge? None of these questions are like interesting me to the point where I would want to, do an extended answer or anything. I have no. It's like she's slippery.
Slippery, dude.
Weird. What is the greatest? No. What is the worst Christmas disaster I've ever had? None. I don't think I've ever had like a huge Christmas disaster.
Christmas disaster.
Horribly wrong, like the tree set on fire, or dinner was spoiled or something like that. I think for the most part, we didn't take many risks and we played it safe and we didn't have any kind of disaster.
Played it safe.
I've already mentioned this. This will end it. This will end the episode of Hate Live Beta. Okay.
All right. Hate Live Beta.
The biggest disappointment was the year that I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. The year where I wanted this one Wolverine action figure. It was like the early '90s, and he was extremely rare. It was the one rare figure that that was a variant that you couldn't find anywhere. And everyone.
This is the second time you told this story, it seems, because I don't think you had the Santa hat in the clip.
$30, and I told my parents, listen, just buy it now. This was like October. I said, buy it now, hold it till Christmas, and give it to me at Christmas. I want it that bad, I'll wait. And they didn't buy it. They thought that they could, find it later, which they never did. Christmas came and went. I didn't get my Wolverine action figure. I ended up getting like 4 months later, but at that point, it was already old. Like, there was already new waves of figures.
Why does he care?
So I didn't really care about it anymore. That was like.
Why did he care about it being new? This dude, man.
Pretty much the biggest disappointment I had at Christmas. My parents didn't listen to me and buy something ahead of time.
The biggest disappointment. The biggest disappointment.
That I knew would be in demand, and then I didn't get it for Christmas.
The biggest disappointment. And then he tells us that the trust was a big deal than what it was.
Someone's asked me
the
what
biggest
do I think of
disappointment.
Ultra Street Fighter 4. Will I be picking up Street Fighter again?
No, this is the last question.
I don't think of Ultra Street Fighter 4 because I haven't followed up on any of the news. I don't know if the new character's been announced. I don't know if there's engine changes. I know nothing. I don't even know when it's coming out. But I am going to play it when it comes out.
All right.
I'm going to give it a fair shake. I'm going to be doing sets of gameplay. I'm going to try to do well in it. I don't know if I will. It'll be cool because it's a clean slate for everyone. So I'll be able to try out the new characters. Like, I'm definitely interested in Rolento and Hugo. Absolutely. I think that they're both going to be great, I hope. And,
what about Poison?
And we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. If I ended up doing well, will I pursue other things with it? Maybe. But chances are, I'm probably not going to take it that seriously. As I said, all these years of me trying to do competitive Street Fighter, singing thousands of dollars, traveling the country to play it, and where did it get me? Nowhere. So when I dropped Street Fighter and tried to focus on other gaming, that I ended up becoming successful. So we'll see what happens, but as you know, I do have a passion for it. I do have a desire to play it from time to time. I am going to be playing Ultra Street Fighter 4. I just don't know how seriously right now. And that concludes the Hate Live Beta Podcast Holiday Special for 2013. I hope that you found it entertaining.
Right.
I hope that I filled you with the Christmas spirit. That your bowels are now so swollen that as soon as I end, you're going to have to run to the bathroom and just empty your groin into the toilet of that candy cane flavored
Still
lovingness that I filled you with during the
loves
show.
toilet humor, guys.
I hope that everyone again has a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, no matter what you celebrate.
Have a
Be
merry,
safe.
merry
Remember that I will be doing a Christmas
Christmas.
special here on Christmas Day. Well, not let me say not here.
Christmas.
On DSP Gaming, it will be released. The Christmas special. It's going to be great. I hope you guys will check it out. Thanks to everyone for all the things that you do throughout the year, following me, watching me. I appreciate it so much. I'll see you for new gameplay coming up this week. With co-op tomorrow with John. We got more year-end series coming up and other gameplay. I'm really excited. I hope you are too. Thanks, everyone, for your time. Have a good night. Peace out. Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays. And to end it, the line that from Scrooge that always makes me cry when I hear it at the end. The little mute boy finally opens his mouth and he says, God bless us, everyone.
I don't think Tiny Tim was mute. I think he was just a guy with a crutch, right? Maybe in Scrooge it was a mute boy.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll see you soon.
All right. What's going on here?
Okay.
He didn't change the oh wait, no. Wait, what? No. Shouldn't the $5 super chat get him off the leaderboard because he was the latest one? Wonder why he didn't change the name. I wonder.
Right there. Energy tank. How would I get to that?
I love that this scam paid off for Phil. I am so happy for him. He dropped the biggest ultimatum for this, and his fans have to turn up. They're forced to turn up. No option given. Ugh. I also like that he made a whole new playlist for the pre-stream podcast, and he has to tell us from November 2021 and onward, which is so silly. He could just get rid of this and it would be just fine. But no, we have to know it's from November 2021 because reasons. And then he has to tell us the daily rep and what it means, the day in summary. We have to know that's what it means because we don't know what daily means in rap. We don't know what these words mean. So he explained it, and then he also added vids. Cool. Halo Infinite launched multiplayer Xbox Series X. I'm glad he specified that too. We would have been confused. I'm glad he tells us what console it's on because we'd be very confused otherwise. You know? This one didn't get a console specification. Why? How come this didn't get it? Also, you may not notice, but he got rid of the channels page for no reason. Because he used to have KO Gaming, Dark Side Phil Classic, and the King of 8 Vlogs. Now there's nothing. I don't know why. Let's see. I live stream daily and here exclusively on YouTube. Join me. Okay, contributions are not mandatory, but I am 100% crowdfunded. Okay, so they are appreciated. You can either become a member of the channel, sent a super chat, sent. I'm pretty sure you mean send, but okay. Or tip me to support my streams. A little redundant with these two sentences, but okay. You can tip me here, and thanks in advance. Not a clickable link, but thank you. Find my Patreon here for nothing, for no content there. This channel houses all my raw game playthroughs, okay? Check out my vlogging only channel. For that's not true at all. reviews are on KO Gaming, and you never added any other reviews on that. But okay. Please note that these are game playthroughs, not walkthroughs. They are my live experience with games. Okay. You can view the email address, become a patron, send me a tip, official website, Twitter. Alright. Pretty cool. Community tab. Hello everyone, thank you so much. This is the image that we get? Jeez. It's the one that he did when Leanna lived with him. Didn't want to do a new one, right? Flash poll. Still going. I'm going to vote for 3. Why not? Alright. Okay. Think that's it. That's all we got here to do today. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. I did some JoJo fan art that I'll finish someday. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you next time when can't talk. When I cover the next Christmas video, which will probably be sometime next week. So, get hyped for that. Alright, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye!